got it.
All of these are fantastic stickers.
Nice.
I wish I had a bunch of mugs to give away, but maybe one day when the podcast is bigger, I can give a mug out each guest.
That's excellent.
Maybe get bigger. Do you have any stickers or pins for the River Show?
I've made stickers before, but I gave them all away. And then
That's how it goes.
Yeah, I gotta get more.
Yeah,
because I like stickers.
Stickers are cool. People put them all over the city, bars, venues. Kind of does a little bit of promotion without you having to.
Yeah,
which is way up your alley.
exactly.
That's how you roll. I guess we already started, but we could start off more clearly with you explaining who you are, what you do, where you're from. Go from there.
All right. I am Ben Kinsinger. I'm also known as Lawrence Tome, the King of the River.
You're also known as Lawrence Tome and also known as the King of the River.
Yes.
You have like 3 names.
Yeah. Well, one's more of a title. Yeah. And I produce these shows on the Chicago River.
Yeah, that are crazy.
It's pretty wild.
They're fun. Being in the heart of it with what I was participating in was absolutely wild. But I would like to talk more about how that idea came about. And we can talk about other things too. But I've been around doing DIY stuff for 15, 20 years or so. And that one was pretty different. It still is different. It's still occurring. And I didn't really see anything quite like that before, especially with not so much how secretive it was, because a lot of DIY shows are like that.
Yeah.
But like extra secretive. Like if people DM'd you for the address, would you even give them the address?
I would give them the address.
What if you didn't know
Yeah. Like I've given the location.
Okay, so through DM you'll give the location.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as you look cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You size them up first.
Yeah, But I don't know. I prefer when people figure it out.
Right.
Yeah, we use coordinates.
Mm-hmm.
So the location is 41.939407 by minus 87.692014.
Do you have a barrel of money hiding in the desert or something at that location?
Not yet.
Sound like Walter White.
The thing is that once I get some capital, I'd love to bury some treasure. I think that would be so much.
But that's
fun.
the opposite of what a king does. Kings don't bury, do they? They tend to hold on to their treasures.
Well, I guess a pirate king.
You are the first pirate I've ever met. My friend Charlie was helping film, was just, without anyone saying anything, he came to me, he's like, dude, I think like Lawrence Tome is the first real pirate I've ever seen.
That's awesome. I love
Like, I think we just call you like on the rowboat, just like with your foot up, like a straw hat or whatever you had, and just like rowing, not a care in the world. It's raining or something. Yeah. It's like slightly sinking. There's like water in it. You're like, this guy. I had one of the craziest bodies of water in America. You know?
No, it is wild. It's a river, but it's like a city river. Like at this last show, like it rained the day before, and I think that morning they had released all of like the rain reservoirs, so the water level was like really high, and so we had to like put some more stones on our little dock to get it out of the water, and then by the end of the day, like it was lower than I'd ever seen.
Oh my God!
Because the water just like runs through it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, they
It's
got
a serious
total
river,
control.
you know? Yeah, it's a real serious river. It goes from Lake Michigan, spreads out to the Illinois River, goes to Mississippi, reverse the flow of it. It's a big deal, and a lot of people on it. And that's something that adds to the shows are all the people that are just going to be on boats and rowboats and kayaks and motorboats anyway, and paddle boats and surf boats. Like everything you could ever imagine comes about it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think I saw like small yachts coming up. Remember that? It might have been the River Parade, like flotilla. There was like a sizable yacht going past, and I was like, these people probably think we're insane.
I know. Yeah, that's always fun.
Yeah. How did this idea come about? Because you've been around. Are you from Chicago originally?
I'm originally from Washington, Illinois.
Washington, Illinois. Where is Washington?
It's near Peoria.
Okay. So that more rural area.
Yeah, no, it's corn and soybeans.
Nice.
So small town. It was like growing up in a Norman Rockwell painting.
Oh, okay.
So
So how
which
big
is
is the
nice.
town? Like 5, 10,000, 15?
Yeah, kind of 10. It's probably 15 now.
It's small for most people.
Yeah,
Very small.
exactly. So it was a good place to grow up. I liked it, and but then I've been in Chicago for over 10 years now.
Okay.
And
And did you come here for anything particular? Work, school, art, friends, family?
I went to school in the suburbs at Wheaton, and then I would come into the city on weekends. And it's like this is where I want to end up.
Mm-hmm.
And
Did you know anybody up here already?
Not really. I feel like I moved into the city with a lot of other Wheaton people.
Oh, okay.
A lot of theater folks. That's kind of, I guess, the beginning of like the art venture. I like moved in with some other Wheaton folks, and then we went to Salon-a-thon at Beauty Bar. You ever go to a Salon-a-thon?
I've been to the beauty bar. I've been there for different like events, but not the salon-a-thon.
It was this really cool event where every week they would have different artists present things based around a theme, like a prompt, and so each artist would get 2 weeks to make something or bring something that's connected to the prompt, and then they just have the salon and share. And so it'd be like a mix between writers, musicians, drag queens. It could be anything.
Mm-hmm.
And me and my roommates were like really inspired by this, and so we're like, well, what if we did something like that? And so we started hosting like art parties at our house.
Oh, what year was this?
It'd be like 2014.
So 11 years ago. How old would you have been then?
Would have been 22, 23.
Okay. So after college, you're in Chicago. What neighborhood were you in?
I was in Logan Square.
Okay. Logan Square was different back then.
It was different.
Yeah.
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 And you still could find a cheap spot.
Yeah, I used to hang out. I probably went past you all the time there because I was always in Logan Square staying at friends' houses. A friend's house who lived there super cheap, like $900 a month, 3-bedroom.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, no lease, no rules. Everyone just pays $300 cash.
Dude.
Classic.
That's the dream.
And it was nice.
Yeah.
It was a classic big Chicago apartment with the back room where people smoke and hang out. Then the kitchen next to the bedroom, a pantry, the bathroom in the middle, like that whole thing. 2 little living rooms. It wasn't bad for 3 young dudes at all.
Oh, exactly.
3 people at all in general, honestly. But yeah, those prices, that's probably half or a third of what it would be now.
I know.
I'm assuming in Logan Square.
It's over.
It's over. I don't
Unless
know.
you already
Yeah,
still got
the
it.
young, struggling artist is difficult in Chicago. It used to not be so bad. That's why people came here a lot,
Yeah.
But it is hard. It's not as bad as New York and LA, but they make more. It's all relative to how much you make.
Yeah, definitely.
And so you got there. Were you playing music already? Did you play any instruments by then?
I played piano and guitar,
Okay.
but I
Growing
wasn't
up?
really, and I wrote songs, but I wasn't pursuing it until, I don't know, I kind of realized I could. So from that art party series, we ended up actually starting a theater company.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What? So this was at your place in Logan Square. What was the name of this DIY spot?
2637,
26.
which
Is that
was
the name of
basically the address. Yeah, it was just 2637 North Kimball.
Just give it. Oh, you were right by the Burlington.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just played there last week. That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, you were right by there.
right by there. Yeah, no, we'd go down. I remember it was the time when Find My Friends came out.
Let's find my friend.
It was like where you could track the location of your friend.
That sounds horrible.
It was terrible.
I hate that stuff so much.
But like, so me and my buddy Jake got it, but only because we're like, it'd be kind of cool if one of us is at the bar and we don't even have to text about it.
Oh my God.
And so like we'd use that, and I'd just be like, "Oh, Jake's at the double," and then I'd just go to the double, and then it's like, "What's up?" No communication. It's like, all right, here we are.
The double door?
No, it's like the double. It's by the Burlington.
Oh, okay. It's a bar called the double.
Yeah.
Okay.
But-
And that's funny. I never was into that stuff because I was like, I don't want anyone to know where I'm at. And if you want to get a hold of me, just call or text.
And generally, I'm against it too.
It reminds me of people who like track everything. Like they send everyone their location around Snapchat, or it's just too much. It's too much. It's like this day and age, you're statistically way less likely to get kidnapped. like by every measurement.
And yeah, if you get
And
kidnapped, you're already tagged. Like we
Well,
can
you have your
find
phone
you.
on you. There's cameras everywhere. Every car that's like of the last 10 years can be traced or
Yeah.
shut down or something. It's really hard to be like a serious. I'm not saying people should be,
Yeah.
but a serious criminal like that's kidnapping and stuff. Those people went online. They're not doing that so much anymore. It's
No,
hard.
totally.
I wouldn't be so worried about it, but with the safety we have, people have gotten more worried about it, which is kind of strange.
Yeah.
It's like you really can track your kid. Like you literally can have them tracked. So like, what do we?
Yeah, totally.
I don't know.
They're all chipped.
I'm not a parent, so I guess what do I know? But it just it seems a little crazy.
Yeah.
So you're at 26247.
Yeah, so we did these art parties, and then we were like we should do a play, and so we put on Much Ado About Nothing,
Oh wow.
and
Anybody have experience doing that before?
a little bit. Like a lot of us had studied theater at Wheaton, and so one of us was then directing, and we like rehearsed in backyards, and then we found a space and we just did a few shows.
Where was it at?
It was a Lutheran church in Logan Square, I think.
Huh? A church let you do that?
Yeah, well, they were already lending space to Theater Y. And so
Okay.
through Theater Y, we kind of borrowed the space.
Okay.
And yeah, and we did the show. I did the music for it and acted in it. But we did a Kickstarter, and that was sort of the start of the music pursuit. I was like, Kickstarter was this thing, you know? And I was like, oh, well, I could maybe do a Kickstarter to record an album. And so I did that. And then
it worked?
And it worked, yeah. And so I raised like $2,000.
Nice. Where'd you record it at?
I recorded it with this guy, Adam Wiz. He was living in Wooddale. So I would take the Fullerton bus to the end and then hop on a Metra to go
Way out there.
record in his parents' basement.
Classic. That's how we all get started.
Yeah,
That's how I got
exactly.
started too. It's the only option if you don't have the big bucks or huge connections. You kind of have to just do your own thing wherever you are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I kind of recorded, I would say, like the songs of my youth, the songs that had come up, you know, through high school and college and things.
All original stuff.
All original stuff, yeah. And then, yeah. But always, yeah, I feel like this, why I'm like, all right, so this is sort of the beginning of that DIY spirit, I guess. Is like, you know, you just are doing it.
Yeah, where'd that come from for you? Did you have that growing up? Where you grew up in Washington, Illinois?
Maybe less so. I feel like it's Chicago brings it out of you.
It does. And the people here, because everyone's kind of getting by and knows that if you kind of work together, not as many egos because it's not the place that you land, it's the place that you're like building yourself.
Yeah.
A city like Chicago, work ethic of like just grind and work always has been, probably, hopefully always will be. It's hard to say. But DIY kind of comes out of you in a city like this, especially if you come from, you know, just like working class and stuff and not from a lot of means. It's how you survive.
Yeah.
You know, it's how a lot of parents taught us and my friends, like, be crafty with everything, community, share stuff, borrow things, trade things, help each other out. So when you need help, they're there for you, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's great. And it only becomes more and more true.
It's extremely true. I wouldn't be able to be alive right now if it wasn't for community and working with people, because I wouldn't be able to get by just on money. It's been the helping hands and the connections and like hooking each other up back and forth without even discussing money. That's how I've been able to stay afloat.
It's cool.
Honestly.
Yeah. No, it is. I know. I love it. Okay, but the first real like DIY space I was a part of was a house I lived in Ravenswood.
What was that called?
That was called Demons on Damon,
Demons.
and that was a cool spot.
Apartment, house.
We had a coach house.
Oh, even better. And get away with a lot of sound.
Exactly. So it was kind of tucked behind, and it had a good high ceiling basement.
Ooh, I don't have that.
No, you don't.
That's awesome. How high? How high?
It was like 8 feet. I think
Normal 8 feet, but like in a basement, that's more rare.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when we found it, like it was full of trash, and like they'd built like a wall out of like whatever wood they could find. Like a part of it was like a ping pong table. And it's kind of weird. Like they had a door that locked on both sides,
What the heck?
and we were like, "What the fuck?"
Sounds
is
like
this?
some
What
type
is
of
this?"
like El Capone house or something.
Yeah.
Something sketchy's going on.
So we tore that down, and we just cleared it all out. And I was living at the time with these guys, Henry and Jerome, and they were both versed in set design and building. And so for every show, we built out the space different.
Oh, nice.
So it was more like, I don't know, we weren't like trying to host a lot of shows, but the shows we did host were like kind of special.
Unique.
Yeah, and
One
unique.
of one. What all the audio equipment and stuff was just a collection of everything everyone had?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm trying to remember. I mean, I think I picked up like a old mixer and speakers from like, a garage sale.
Sure.
Sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was like $40.
Yeah.
That's pretty much still what I'm working with on most fronts. I mean, the mixer I use for the River Show.
Wait, that's the same one?
It's not that one. No.
I was gonna say,
I got that one. That one's a little better even. But also, it was like $30.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems quite old. It's
Yeah.
an old mixer.
But it still works.
Look, early 90s, it seems like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's got the analog components, that spring reverb.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it does.
Yeah,
I definitely
it's-
hear them shake sometimes in this PA.
Yeah, I like to. That's cool. But man, down in the Demons on Damon, I think my favorite show we did. We built this thing called the Squeezy Hole,
What does that mean?
and so we had, I don't know, like a plywood board that was connected to supports in the ceiling and totally static. And then we had another plywood board, sort of like creating a triangle at an angle with a little opening at the end. But it was connected only at the back so that the board could bend.
Mm-hmm.
And then we covered these in pillows, and then we draped soft fabric. And so in order to get into the space, you had to squeeze through the squeezy hole and be like born into the room.
This makes perfect sense, knowing you now. I'm not even shocked by that. That is absurd. How old were you when you did the squeezy hole?
Squeezy hole is probably like 26 or 27, something like that.
Getting a little more experience in the
Yeah,
community.
a little
Like,
more
let's make a
versed.
squeezy hole. Now we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I love about all the DIY spots across Chicago and Chicagoland, how different they all are. Different locations, different intentions, different gear, different backgrounds, different people. Some focus more on like art galleries or theatrical stuff or poetry, spoken word. Some do improv. Some just do strictly music, certain kinds of music. It's really fun. It's cool that it's not like one is worse or better than the other. They're all like different. You can get something different on each experience.
Totally. It's someone's new, somebody else's take on it.
Right,
You know?
which is much different from music venues. Music venues, you might go to that. We're talking about like legit ones that are bigger. They have some differences. It might be literally like it's a different kind of building. But as far as everything in it, it's like, okay, there's the bar, there's the bathrooms, the wooden door, the fire code, information, the exit sign, the door person, and like a stage with a lot of the same equipment. And they're great. There's amazing venues in Chicago. I love it. But they're not so unique as they are when you go to like different, truly DIY spots, a garage, a basement, a river show, my backyard. You played all these different things that are so different from each other that you can't get. Essentially, you can't get if you follow the rules and the policies and the laws and the permits of this city and county.
Yeah, no, it's the renegade direction. It's like we're just gonna do it. But then you get to do what you want to do.
Yes.
That's because the
a
thing
lot
is,
better.
the artists have better taste.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
They're a little wackier.
Yeah.
A little harder to corral. But
That's more fun.
it's like when you work with DIY and local artists and grassroots artists, you have way more creativity and everyone's more passive and chill about stuff. Less chaos in the organizing of like getting people together. People are happy to do it. But you have like the downside of like everyone is someone went to bed at 4 a.m. and now they're waking up. But you have people like it's all over the place. You know, you get a strange collection of characters, and so you have have a harder time with like direction and like controlling that, and because there also isn't a lot of money involved, so people have like not that same incentive to like yes sir, yes ma'am kind of thing.
Yeah.
But without the money, they're doing it because they want to do it. They're having fun. They're promoting. They're connecting. They're making a great web in their professional world, hooking each other up, potentially getting gigs that do pay, you know, stuff like that. But in the corporate world, it's like completely inverse, flipped. It's like everyone knows exactly what they have to do because they have the money, but the heart isn't there. Because they have money, they want to circumvent many steps and just go straight to like the answer or how it gets done, but the process is what makes it fun.
No, totally.
And you skip so much of that, and then they have so many rules. The rules are I have a hard time with it.
Oh, man,
Every corner you turn, there's a new rule, a new thing you can't do. You can't touch that. You can't do what?
Yeah.
You know, it's challenging.
Everyone's so concerned for our safety.
Which makes sense because I've gone down a rabbit hole of like DIY venues, and not even DIY, but just clubs, and the amount of deaths that have happened are horrendous over the 20th century for us to figure out our safety code and fire and foam and doors that open outward, not inward, so people don't get trapped.
Yeah,
No
that's
more
a big one.
revolving doors. Padlocks on doors at clubs and venues has been a huge problem. Why are there padlocks on the door? Just have it locked from the inside and you just push it open, you leave. There's a fire or an emergency or a flood.
Yeah.
Or a shooting or whatever that's horrible. And so many venues, people, like the worst experiences. So I understand why we have these rules and stuff. But sometimes it's an overcorrection to make more money. You got to pay for this, pay for that, pay for this, pay for that.
Yeah.
And to give certain unions their jobs. So it's like, it's a delicate balance. But in the DIY, people could be more safe and aware of what's going on and have some precautions and egress and stuff.
Yeah,
and then
because we know we don't have the rules, and so then it's
Exactly.
like, all right, well, in that space, we have to make sure we're looking out for one another,
Exactly.
and we have to consider what can happen, and then do what we can, and you know, sometimes even put people in place. It's like, hey, like, you know, just keep eyes on things,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and that's it's more about the community taking care of themselves.
Yeah, people can govern themselves quite easily as long as they have all their faculties in order. It's usually not a problem, regardless of money and rules. You could still have a system that works that benefits everyone. People naturally fall into those. You can't help it. You kind of just go into categories and like hierarchies without really them being like a hierarchy. You know, it kind of feels more like a flat, like you're on, and nothing is above the next person. You're just kind of working together in this like, big circle. Whereas with corporate gigs, there's definitely someone in charge, and it goes down perfectly, a pyramid, like perfectly. And you see it, and it's good but uncomfortable because you can't do anything without asking the people above on that pyramid, and you kind of get stuck a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, on a positive note, though, no tragedies at our DIY events. Have
That's
you ever
true.
had anything crazy happen at your stuff?
I mean, the only thing that's ever happened is I lost a generator.
I remember that. I was there that day.
That was sad, but that was, you know, that was just
Well, I just meant in any of the shows you've been a part of.
oh, and
even
any
the
of
old
the
ones.
shows, the old ones, no, not really. I mean, there were times where it's like, holy shit, this is a lot of people.
Yeah. Hopefully, no one does anything crazy with this many people around. It's scary.
Yeah, like, but that's, I know it worked out, and everybody was cool, and that's cool. I like that.
When did you start? What happened after the Demons on?
All right, so
Dang
yeah,
It?
Demons happens, and so I guess the river show starts. You know, I would go down to that spot, you know, underneath the Belmont Bridge. I'd been down there before because I like urban exploring, and like
Yeah.
if I see a ramp up and then there's another path to below, I was like, well, what's down here?
And this was 3 years ago?
4.
4. So like
Yeah,
like fall of 2021?
it's 2022 because I guess we're in our 4th season.
Okay, so 3 years ago, but the 4th season. So it was the fall of 2022.
Yeah, fall of 2022. So I was down there.
And what did you do between Demons on Demon and that? Because that's, what, 4 years, 3-year gap?
Yeah.
Or did you continue doing that up until the river?
No. I we did stuff there as long as I was living there, and then I feel like I moved out of there like 2019.
Okay.
And then at my house now, we did one show. That was pretty epic.
Why do you smile like that? It's something you're not telling us.
Like that, I don't know. It was a great show. We did it in the backyard. It was I don't know, just a few bands. We'd kind of also built some interesting set pieces. The concept for that was to have like screens in front of certain performers, and then there was something that they could kick with their foot to then like bring the screen up to like reveal themselves.
Okay.
I don't know. The concept was a little cooler than than the actual thing, but I think if we just could redevelop it a little bit more, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But at that show, we were playing, and oftentimes the cops will come by and they'll be like, "Hey, we got a complaint," and so this happened around I don't know, like 10:30.
Okay.
But it's a weekend, and like they come by and they're like, "Hey, just so you know, we got a complaint. We can't really do anything until like midnight."
Really?
Yeah.
Was it a sound complaint? Because outside sound.
I think it was a
10 p.m.
sound complaint.
They probably just didn't want to do anything.
I think it was 11, maybe.
They definitely could have done something because Chicago is a hard 10.
Every night.
All nights, yeah. I promise you. Lollapalooza literally has to end at 10. Even the biggest band in the world could be going on Saturday night. They end at 9:50 because those fire marshals were waiting to find them.
Yeah, maybe it was just a chill cop.
It was probably cops who they have their own arbitrary well, in this neighborhood we usually wait till midnight on weekends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And they could do that. Who's going to tell them not to? Like, are you? I'm not. You'll be like, great, I have till midnight. Like, why would you be mad at that?
Yeah.
But they definitely can stop you at 10 p.m.
Well,
I'm 100% sure.
They were cool, and they didn't. And
Sounds like it, yeah.
and they gave us some more time, and so we're like, all right, we got some time. We'll just keep it rolling. I always try to not, be the one who talks to them as long as if I'm running the show, I feel like you got to like send, you guys send your cronies, because then like, you got to send your charismatic cronies.
Charismatic. That's a band name right there. Charismatic cronies.
And, yeah, so I just ignored it, and we were like, yeah, let's keep the show going. And so it was the first show of Grappler Zorn.
Oh, okay. Grappler Zorn played in 2022.
Exactly.
Easy Fest.
And,
And we played the Burlington together.
Yeah.
I think I was in Afterglows.
That was a good time.
I think it was Bora Bora, Grappler Zorn, and Afterglows.
That's exactly right, yeah.
Maybe 2023? Spring? Yeah, sounds about right.
So it was our first show. It was kind of like a lot of us lived in the house. It was kind of the house band. And
Okay.
So I remember we like covered Metronomic Underground by Stereolab and Maiden Voyage by Herbie Hancock.
Oh, nice.
And so we just had like, a couple tunes that were riding for a long time.
And how many members at that time?
And at that time, it was probably still like 8 or 9.
And you were playing what in the band?
I was playing electric guitar.
Okay.
And I remember we had like 2 drummers still, like horns and things.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were rocking out, we're jamming, and I started to feel like a little wet, and I'm like, is it raining? It could have. The forecast like kind of was like flirting with rain, and so it's like maybe it's raining, but we just keep going. But then it gets a little bit more wet, and then I turn over, and our neighbor is. Who I presume called the cops, has gone vigilante justice and grabbed a hose and is spraying over the fence onto the show.
Oh my God.
And so like, yeah, and honestly, the soundboard's like kind of like right there on the other side of the fence. But the thing is, the audience jumped into gear. They fucking they grab a tarp. And they raise the
Lift
wall,
it up and raise it bigger.
There are even guys like they're just popping their head up and just taking water in the face.
Was the guy yelling at you guys?
I think he was yelling something. I couldn't catch it.
I thought you were in charge of the event. Like, I don't know. He was yelling and screaming at me, saying something how I don't pay attention. I don't know. I wasn't really listening.
But we just kept playing.
Did you communicate any of these events with the neighbors? Did you like give them a warning or anything?
Or
invite them?
I thought about it.
But you did.
I didn't.
That explains a lot. That's
I wanted to.
DIY 101.
I really wanted to
keep the neighborhood happy.
Exactly.
DIY 101.
No. You gotta check in with your neighbors.
You gotta. They're the only reason why you're there, because especially if they're all homeowners and you're not, the alderman will totally favor them over if you're just a renter and they've been there for 20, 30, 40 years. Like you got to be cool with them.
It makes sense.
Otherwise, they have no problem stopping you.
No, no. I had every intention of inviting them, but I got busy.
You gotta send one of your charismatic cronies. Like, yo, invite them.
That's what I need to do. Yeah. But the thing is, it was perfect because it was our last song.
Okay.
We didn't have another song after that.
Yeah.
And so we had this great dramatic ending, and then that was the end of the night. And then, we all went home happy.
Besides the neighbor who was at home unhappy.
Yeah, they were.
Did you ever see him or talk to him again about after that?
No. I always wanted to thank him. Be like, dude, you gave us a great end of the show.
Oh my God, just stirring the pot. Hey, thanks for adding that theatrics of the water. I mean, we don't even have the funding for that. That was amazing. Usually set rain for movies cost a fortune, but you really hooked it up.
Yeah, no, exactly.
You'd be so mad.
I didn't even remember. I couldn't even see his face and recognize him. Yeah. I thought it was a woman for a long time. And then someone recently told me, "Oh, I'm pretty sure it was a man." I was like, all right.
I really didn't see any of it.
Yeah.
I have no idea. So you did that for a bit, and COVID happened, I'm assuming, and then...
Yeah, COVID happened, yeah.
That probably stopped a lot of those things.
Well, yeah, so then for COVID, then I was in this band, the Dearlies. Actually, so Lawrence Tome, my band, and the Dearlies, our first show was going to be at the Burlington.
Oh, okay.
And it was the night of the shutdown.
Yeah, like March 15th or something.
I think exactly that.
Yeah, I just played at Kohl's maybe a month earlier, and we were joking about it, going to Kohl's, you keep hearing about this Corona thing. It'd be crazy if it happened and we had to not play. I remember saying that. Yeah. Actually, no, it was March 7th. I don't know why I said February. It was March. It was a week before, and we're like, it's cool, we're playing this, but this is kind of weird. It was in the talking because it happened quick. Yeah, and then. That's it, March 7th. So close to when you were playing the Burlington.
Yeah,
we just
played
at
a
Kohl's.
Week before.
Yeah.
I know. I was even oh, man, we should just still do it. We should still do it. But literally, the whole city, was like, we're not doing anything.
Nope.
So I got blue-balled. I got blue-balled on 2 bands. Because that was the first Lawrence Tome show, first Dearly show.
Man.
So
you got blue balls.
I know.
Plural.
So... with the Dearlies lads, we're still kind of getting together every week and rehearsing. And then we ended up, I think 2021, started to do outdoor DIY shows by their space.
Yeah.
And that was Lemon.
The band was called Lemon?
No, the band was the Dearlies. The space we were called Lemon. And then that, we did shows kind of, for a while there. And Mason, the drummer, was working at Billy Sunday, and so some of these people he was working with at Billy Sunday.
What's Billy Sunday?
It's this cocktail bar in Logan Square.
Oh, that's a baseball player that played for the Chicago White Stockings back in the 20s and 30s. Famous baseball player, known for being one of the fastest baseball players. There's a museum in the town my parents lived in because he used to go and live there. That's why I know this.
Yeah.
So I was like, this has got to be named after Billy Sunday, the baseball player.
It must be.
Got to be. That's funny, though.
Yeah,
Billy
so
Sunday.
they do, craft cocktails and stuff. And so they were coming, Seth and some other folks, and, they were making cocktails at the DIY show.
Oh, okay.
And so we'd have a punk band playing, and you could sip a daiquiri.
Wow.
And that was pretty wild. And then from there, those folks who were working there were like, we kind of want our own space. And so then they found investors and developed their own, bar program, and they ended up opening Lemon.
Okay.
Which
so
is,
it started off DIY, and then they ended up getting legit?
Yeah.
Wow.
And so now Lemon's the old Grand Bar. And now they're getting awards for their cocktails.
Wow.
And
that's so crazy. That's pretty rare. You hear of a DIY cocktail situation turned legit. That's very risky, by the way. DIY cocktail. Talk about breaking rules and laws and dealing with blowback. That's the number one way to have issues is get alcohol and drugs involved in your DIY spot. Yeah. Best case is go buy a 30 rack and hand it out for free, and then you don't have to worry about anything.
That's usually my angle.
Then you're like, oh, It's just free.
You put the 30 rack next to the donation bucket.
There's tricks. There's loopholes. We're lawyers too,
Yeah. I got Marvin Stumbles is my lawyer.
Oh, really?
He stumbles, but he trips, but he never falls.
The musician?
Yeah. Well, he does, some law. His office is on the train. So
right next to where the drug dealers are. Oh my God.
But yeah, so Lemon happened, and then I was in 2022. I was walking down underneath Belmont, and I noticed that it was totally cleaned up. It was like, whoa, this space looks great.
Yeah.
And my first thought was like, we should do a show under the bridge here. That would be cool. I'd just done some busking with a friend, my friend Ella, and she had like a battery powered amp. So I was like, all right, we could just bring that here. And so that was the plan. But then, as I was walking around, then I saw the pylon, the dolphin, the island.
The island in the sun.
And I was like, whoa, what if we put a band on that? That would be really cool. And I already had this inflatable dinghy because during the pandemic, that was my sort of escape to nature, was going on the river. And so I spent a lot of time on the river. And at that time, I had a motor on the dinghy. And so I'd ride all the way up to like the Baha'i Temple.
Oh, wow.
Or you can go all the way down into like Bridgeport.
Right here. You can come right down to me.
Exactly. So, and then and downtown, it's always fascinating. I mean, it's a great view.
And you're allowed to just go on any raft and just start going around the river like no one.
As far as I know.
Huh.
I think so. Yeah, I think you don't need any sort of
permit
or captain's license.
Probably just a life jacket.
Yeah, that probably would have been good.
I'm assuming because that's usually the rules. Like if you have a driver's license,
probably a
life jacket, one per person on board. I think if they're under 12, every state's different. They always have to have it on or a certain weight. Kind of like being in the front of a car, it had to be a certain height and weight and age. There's tons of rules, but it's not as strict as driving or flying. Like it's not at all.
My first experience like on the river was it was just like more of an inflatable raft, and we would put in like River Park up north, and then just like kind of float down.
Yeah,
it'd be like five people in a raft with a cooler.
Oh my God!
And then just chilling.
Yeah,
and
drinking and boating.
Yeah,
which they go hand in hand.
It's a dream.
They're married.
Yeah. So then the dinghy sort of then added mobility. And then, I had this dinghy. I was like, all right, let's do a show on this pylon. So we'd then started with just a battery powered amp and like a cajon. Yeah,
really simple and basic. What about like microphone or anything like that? PA.
It was this cube. Like you could get like 4 inputs into it. Okay. So it's got a mic and a guitar that can be either 1/4 inch or XLR, and then 2 other just 1/4 inch inputs. And so I think I did 2 mics and then maybe guitar. Maybe another mic and then guitar.
It's kind of like a stripped down set. Like no drums.
Yeah, no, the drums we just did acoustic.
And what was this, like September 2022?
Yeah, probably.
I feel like I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
Right away, because we have so many similar friends and stuff, so it was easy to see like on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
But I was so confused about where it was. I was like, this looks like a million different locations along the Chicago River. When you think of a bunch of greenery along the Chicago River and like an overpass, there's like 100 of those, It could be on the south side, north side, west side. I'm like, where is this at,
Yeah, it really could be anywhere.
Yeah, you're comfortable and familiar with where you are now, but if you just look at it objectively through like a video, you're like, I don't know. And the information is not out there. So you're like, I don't know where this is, but I would like to check it out.
Yeah.
And so you did that stripped down. How many bands played the first time?
It was just my band the first time.
So just one. And like, how many people came out to see it through spreading it? How many people do you think just stopped by and started seeing it just in the area?
Yeah, it's probably like, I don't know, 15, 20 people. I did my promotion, like the first few years, like I was promoting by doing wheat paste on the river.
Weed paste?
Wheat paste. Like you mix, it's just flour and water. You boil water and add flour, and then this is what they did for posters, in the 30s and 20s and things.
And how does that? How do you make that? Like the poster out of that flour and hot water?
Oh, I would just, so you print paper. So I'd print paper with the date, the time, and the coordinates. And so I made a poster, and then I would, make my little wheat paste, and then go on my boat under bridges on the river, and I would paste them under the bridges.
Oh.
So the shows were first for kayakers, for those on
Yeah.
the water. That was the only way you could hear.
Wow. So cryptic. Just like,
Yeah.
you're on the water, and you don't even know what this means, and you understand coordinates,
Yeah.
and then you might find it.
And there were people who found it like this.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, anyone who's, kayaking on the Chicago River probably knows a thing or two about, orientations,
Yeah.
coordinates, or at least would have the mind to be into finding it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's that kind of adventurous person.
Exactly. So I'd do that, and then I'd print out little business cards with the same information. And then I'd go to open mics and hand out business cards and be like, hey, I'm doing a little show on the river. Here's the info.
And you didn't put it on the internet just yet?
I may have posted on Instagram, but I don't know. I think it was mostly like kind of physical, business card things. It's like, I don't know. Then no one knew that to look.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could post it, but no one would know what it is.
Right. If
per
you kept
se.
it the way it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so how many did you do the first fall of 2022?
First fall, we did 3 shows.
And did you change anything between them? Did it get bigger?
Yeah, the last show I had more performers.
Okay.
We had 2 other just solo guitar acts. One was my lawyer, Marvin Stumbles.
I can't talk to you.
And yeah, and then the next year is when I got a generator. But I was borrowing it from a friend. But then I don't know. It was one of those situations where, like, I don't know, I was using it as like, I threw him some money, like $50 to rent it, 2 times, and then he was like, just keep it.
Oh, nice. Was
Yeah.
that the one that went in the river or a different one?
It was the one that went in the river. It served me well.
I've never seen you so sad except for when I brought that up just now. You're usually pretty cheery.
I really
You
loved.
look down like
I loved that generator.
it went through hell with you.
I know.
It lives.
The thing I don't like about this new one is it has all these like safety things. Like, if you like tip it, it stops.
Darn. Safety feature.
Like, I don't need this.
Yeah.
I'm not working with level ground here.
That was a recommendation I was gonna have you to like build a little mobile platform to set it on that it's like a little box to shelter it from rain and sun, but it has airflow on both sides. Kind of like I makeshift that the last time I was there. I took the black curtain, the kind you like see around, and I draped it from the metal top that covers electronics that's built onto the pylon, part of that system, and draped it over it so it still had airflow, but it also dampened the sound that bleeds into the band and for the performers. It was a lot quieter for them because it's like a soundproof curtain, and it kind of pushes the sound outward, like the opposite direction, 180 degrees off axis. And so it kind of dampens the sound, protects it from the sun, which is what could really probably trip some safety features on it.
Yeah.
And then even keeps like the smell, the smell that it has kind of pushes it, like the air goes through and it kind of pushes it that way. So like it's a win-win for all 3.
That's a good thought.
And it kind of blocks that whole like ugly, that little section can be a little ugly compared to how cool like what you're looking at. I mean, it's a black thing. Black things, drapes are always good for just kind of keeping it neutral, and your eyes can focus on the colors and the shapes and the objects. So yeah, that worked well for me. I was like, hey, you guys should try that.
That's a good idea.
Just get like a black thick curtain and just maybe some pieces of wood that keep like a little shell over it, and you can just drape it over it.
Yeah.
And that way it's a little bit less quiet or a little bit more quiet for the bands, for the crowd. You don't really hear it for the crowd. Just if you're a band, you kind of hear it a little bit.
Yeah.
But not really the crowd. It doesn't travel that far, that well.
Which is nice.
Yeah, no, it is. Because where I'm always at, like next to it, I'm like, this is loud. But I know that it sounds different up there. But where I'm at, I'm like, oh my God, this is loud.
Yeah.
But, not too loud. I've heard some epic generators.
Yeah,
it's
some of
a
them are
smaller
really loud.
one.
Yeah, they've made it. They make them much quieter now.
Oh, yeah.
It's cool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So the generators, and you just started acquiring gear and kind of piecing gear together with friends and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was, living with other musicians. And so you just source from the community.
Right.
And so, yeah. And then we started, getting more like full bands out there.
When did that happen the next season?
The next season was when I feel like there was multiple bands every show. I think the second season we did 5 shows.
5 shows.
And then
And like 4, 5 bands per show.
I think so. Yeah. Maybe somewhere maybe just 3.
So much less shows and much smaller shows.
Yeah,
than
totally. We've been building very gradually.
now.
Because there's lessons all the time.
Right.
You know.
Sometimes you learn when you have too many bands, like, man, it's too many. You know what I mean? If you do like 8 or 9, you might be like, maybe there's like a sweet spot for end time of the week, a Sunday versus Saturday show.
Totally. And time of the year and how much daylight you have.
The June shows, like the June 29th show, I think it was, when the sun is setting at, like, it's getting dark at 9.
Yeah.
So it's not so crazy to be up there till 7:30 or 8, But yeah, in the fall, in September, late September, it's different. 3 months later, the sun's going down at 6:45, 6:50.
I know. I got a show that I've overbooked.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How many bands?
I think it's 7 or 8.
Which date?
It's like end of September.
Oh, it'll get dark.
Yeah.
That might be the one that Fugu Doogla's playing.
It is that one.
Yeah, she's a good friend of mine. Oh yeah, and I'm saying this on the internet, whatever. But she was just like, she texted me. She's like, "Are you gonna be available for that one?" And I was like, "I'm not. I'm working a Navy Pier event that day with other bands, but it's still music, but it's a different event."
Yeah.
And I'm not. I was like, just talk to Lawrence, to Ben, and he'll tell you everything. But I mean, I can give you some insight, but there's only. I mean, I'm not doing the event.
Yeah.
But it's kind of funny that the one you're saying is the one you asked me about. I mean, so 7 bands, you just, I guess, tell them, try to share more gear, do 30-minute sets, maybe start
I think,
at 11:30 or noon.
Steven in Urban Rivers is going to be there.
Oh, he's such a great help.
I know. So that's the huge asset of this year.
A saint, I tell you.
So yeah, like to like building up, So now we have, a much more infrastructure than we've ever had.
Right.
Like if you go now, you see like there's a dock down at the bottom of the stairs. Mm-hmm. That was new for this year.
Yeah.
And so I built that with the Bricktown boys.
What if that really big one that you had attached to it for like when?
Oh yeah, for
it was Mukapasa played.
Mukapasa. So that's from the Wild Mile.
Okay.
That's from Urban Rivers. So Steven brought that up with the pontoon
That
boat.
was a huge help.
Oh yeah, but that lives down at the Wild Mile.
Okay.
So that's what we're using this next show, actually.
Oh, you are using, okay.
So we're bringing it back to do a new location.
Why a new location?
Variety is the spice of life.
Are you able to say the new location or no? Or just the coordinates?
How big's your audience?
Millions. Tens of, I think we have 5 billion listeners per episode.
All right. Well, yeah I'll tell you. It's where diversity crosses. It's Lathrop Homes.
Okay.
So there's this bike walking path, but it kind of winds out into the river, and so there's this sort of semicircle, and so we're gonna bring that dock and put it in the middle, and so the audience, it's gonna be kind of in the round.
Yeah, like a full round or like a horseshoe.
More of a horseshoe.
And same concept, generator and everything on that.
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, try a new space, and keep people guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So yeah, you've been growing. It went 1 band, 2 bands, 3 now overbooking based on the time of the year. Are you stopping at the end of September just for the season?
And as far as I know,
because you've done a lot of shows this season. I mean, my guess, I don't know. You tell me if I'm right, but I think you did like 2 in May, 3 in June, 2 in July, maybe 3 in August. Well, yeah, like 13. You'll be doing 15 by the end of it.
Yeah, at least that, I think.
Wow, that's a lot with, 5 to 8 bands per thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting, that's like over 100 performances.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know, in 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
It's just nuts.
Did you learn from that? Is it too much, too little, or just right based on this experience? Well, I guess you're not fully done with the season yet, but based on where you are.
And I'm looking forward to being done. a little bit.
I know that feeling
yeah.
so well. So too much is what you're trying to say in a
I
code
mean,
way,
I don't know.
but not in a bad way.
As
Not
long
like
as I
anyone was
have
bad, you know.
like the help, I think is as long as the people who are helping me are down, it's really not too bad. Like,
Right.
I just also want to make sure that I'm not burning them out. Also,
Right. It's a balance.
yeah,
You want to make sure you're not burning out the patrons of the crowd, or even like the local people that, all that's
yeah,
it's a balance, and yourself, because you got to admit, I'm only assuming like day of, it's a pretty stressful day.
yeah.
Even if everything's working well, because nothing ever goes according to plan,
No,
period.
nothing
Especially
ever
when you're
does.
on water,
Yeah.
with like just friends and volunteers, like things go wrong.
I this year also, I don't know, because we got that dock. I think it's like there's some things that are like easier than ever. It's like before we had that dock, it would be an inflatable boat coming up to a metal ladder, and like there were times, and then someone stepping off of that boat onto a ladder,
Yeah.
just grabbing on and climbing up, and then we would have the gear also just an inflatable boat that we'd then have to hand. I was usually on the ladder. So I would honestly move almost every piece of gear because I didn't really trust anyone else
Right.
on the ladder,
I know what you mean, yeah.
and that was a lot more work.
Yeah. Just that extra raft for a stationary platform to go to and from.
Because then other people can do that moment of lifting,
Yes, you can trade off.
and I can have the people in the bands bring up their own gear more so.
So
yeah.
how many volunteers have, like, rotating ones have you gotten to be a part of it?
I got my core ensemble is like Dan
Dan.
and Liam and Mikey.
Liam has the glasses?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so those are kind of the core. And then there's been a lot of people who've been like, "How can I help?"
Yeah.
And sometimes I just gotta remember to text people and remember who offered to help.
You ever make a list, Google Docs list?
I've heard that's useful.
It's so useful.
Yeah.
You can't keep track. Once you start getting to knowing you met hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, it's like you can't possibly keep. It's like no shame that you don't remember everyone's name.
Yeah.
It's like you got to write down. Sometimes you got to write down full name, how you know them, what they play, where they're from. It's like a funny lexicon that you got to do because there's so many people.
Yeah.
And you meet a lot of people when 100 performances. The average band is 3 to 4 people. I mean, you might have had to correspond, work with, meet, and shake hands to over 500 musicians from April until now, not including the external stuff you do.
Yeah.
And I get it because it was the same way. So you're like, I don't know. I can't remember every John and Bob and Matt and Mike that I meet.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there.
And they're all named Mike.
Yeah. My phone has got like 37 mics with all like funny descriptors of how I know them and who they.
Yeah, exactly. Nah, it's true. It's all these little like steps of infrastructure. Like the list that these are the things that I've been like. That's the building too is getting organized. I'm not a naturally organized person. I don't know. I don't know if you knew if you could guess that.
I'm pretty good at guessing when people are not that organized because I unfortunately am way too organized. I'm not even perfect, but I've thought I'm not that great at it until I've met and talked with a lot of people. I'm like, oh, I'm pretty darn good at organizing things and being on top of it. And the more you do it, the more you get better at it. But then the more you do it, the more you're organizing a lot of stuff. So then you start to still slip and lose track. It's just those are smaller steps. They're not as crucial. You might forget to confirm that you sent the email to the band, and then normally I would like text them like, hey, I sent the email. Maybe you don't send that text because it just slips because you just were texting 18 people straight in a row.
Yeah.
Little things like that. But because of texting and Instagram, messaging and emails, those three kind of rotating ways of communicating, you eventually get a reminder or you see it or whatever, and it's not so bad.
Yeah.
The AI or whatever the technology is that like Instagram and Google Drive or Google Docs and Google everything uses where they kind of remind you. Like if someone sent you an email and you didn't follow up, it'll like remind you like, hey, you haven't followed up in 3 days.
Yeah.
That's helpful. Like a nice little digital guilt trip it gives you.
Yeah.
But it's helpful because like sometimes you forget. I wish text messaging had that sometimes.
Yeah. No,
You
totally.
kind of have to sift through and find. It'd be nice if maybe it does and I have it turned off, but
Like,
3 days later you could set it to like 3 days later send a reminder to like or 2 days, 48 hours.
Yeah, I have to like intentionally like not read a text because it's like, all right, I can kind of like see the beginning of the question.
Oh, I see. But it keeps the dot there.
It keeps the
so
dot
you know
there,
you
so I know like, all right, I
Yeah.
have to reply to this person, but I can't do it now.
I know what you
know,
mean.
And,
Yeah. It's hard. And that's why a lot of people promoting or curating or booking will have talent buyers and people kind of underneath them like doing that stuff so you can focus on bigger stuff. But it's hard when you're doing all of it yourself, like 5 different jobs. It's a juggling act, you know. And then you're also trying to have fun at your own event.
It's true.
But you only can have so much fun before you're not like present for it. It's such a it's hard, you know. It's why a lot of people don't do it.
Yeah,
It's stressful.
but it is worth it.
It's worth it.
And it's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's times when like I feel bad. Like there was a band that I was trying to get on on this date that I've already overbooked, and they recently messaged me. I was like, oh man, I'm overbooked now. I can't get you on. I'm sorry. You know, and like I know that's the cool thing about this year is that I have been able to get a lot of bands on.
You sure did.
Like
a lot of bands, a lot of rare bands or unique bands or esoteric as it gets or from who knows where, like around the country, touring band, like a lot of cool bands.
Yeah. I think this is the first year we had like people from out of state.
Yeah.
Performing.
Yeah, Mari who played.
Yeah.
Coming from L.A., playing the beer garden at Navy Pier later that day. That was a really fun like through line.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's pretty cool. That show I think specifically was so eclectic. It was like like Wyatt Wydell and then Luca Pazza, then this person on tour. I was like, this is crazy.
And that day started with the death of the generator.
Oh my God, the death of the generator. I'll never forget that when I was like on the pylon setting up. And Dan is how long have you known Dan?
A few years, I think.
You guys are definitely friends because the way he was just like, where's the generator? And he's like, oh, we lost it. But like he didn't say it in a way like it was concerning. He was just like, we lost it. And I was like, what do you mean we lost? And he's like, it's gone. I'm like, where did it go? He's like, it's in the river. I was like, wait a minute. It fell in the, it's like 11:30. We were supposed to like, what? I'm like, it fell in the river. And he's like, yeah, we're figuring it out right now. I was like, oh my God. And I was like, I don't know how to properly set up with the out. I mean, I do, but like, what if we can't get one? Then I set all this up for nothing. And I think that was the day it also rained.
Yeah, everything that could go wrong went wrong.
That rain was, I barely saved my stuff. I had 1 second left before I would have ruined my stuff. Like I felt like a drizzle hit me. So I went up and grabbed my mics because I switched out all of your mics for my mics. And then all I noticed the band Thompson Springs was playing. Yeah. They just needed one vocal mic, technically. So I just grabbed one of your old like 58s, slid it like in between him taking breaks of like singing. I just went up, boom, took it off, put it back real quick.
Dude, so good.
And then I unplugged all of my mics, got them in, my DI, put the bass player back into the amp, circumvented my DI, took apart the Tascam or the Zoom recorder, my camera, put it all away, and I'm just sitting underneath the tarp. You know, and I was soaked, but I just got it in time. And I'm like drying everything under that tarp while it's pouring, and they're still playing, and there's like 500 people watching. Because it was like at the peak when it started to really get a lot of people during that set, you know, or that day. Yeah. And I'm like drying off all of my mics. They're kind of wet, these expensive condensers. I'm like, no. And I'm like doing all this, and I put it all away. And I realized I'm wearing my like one of one really nice custom Mexico shirt that I got from Mexico. And when I went to visit Mexico City, and it's just like it's like black and brown because the tarp is all covered in dirt, but now the dirt got wet from all the rain. So I'm just like covered in like makeshift mud that we created from a dirty tarp and rain. My stuff, I don't know if it survived or not. I'm hoping everything's okay. I'm worried about the band and their gear because I know he broke his amp or something.
And Pat's playing. He's got his Nord up there.
Yeah,
you know.
And I was just like, oh my God! But everyone's like cheering and they're rocking out. I'm like, who am I to say anything or stop it? But I know like I'm sitting under the tarp just. It's all really low bass because you're just trapped up at the drum kit, and I'm just like, please stop raining. And then it did. We brought the canopy up, which was great. That was probably that
was Steven with the Urban Rivers.
He's the MacGyver there for sure.
Oh my gosh, truly.
And he saved me so many times. He would give me a whole case of water multiple times. He gave me a whole bag of snacks and said, like, take whatever you want. Like nice whole food snacks, like nice ones, like ones that actually are good for you to snack on. Yeah. You know, like meat sticks and Cliff Bars and trail mix, but like the good kind. And I was like, man, this guy's a saint. You send him my love. He was very nice for doing that. He saved me up there. Otherwise, I'll be up there for 8 hours just frying.
Yeah. And that's been a really cool collaboration with
Yeah.
the Urban Rivers.
Yes, it has. They really were crucial for making it just easier, you know.
Oh, definitely. And then we've done now some stuff at the Wild Mile
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. How did you get hooked up with them?
I had Steven literally showed up one time.
Really?
Like I don't know if he was just like riding the river like doing something else, but he came by. He was like, "You guys want any help?" And I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah, please. And he's got a nice pontoon.
yeah."
He's got all the gadgets and gears.
And
He
I feel
knows
like
his way around the water.
The first time, I was like, I wasn't gonna ask him to use the pontoon, to load a band.
Sure.
I was gonna put that on him, but then I think he offered.
Oh,
He's like,
that's when someone offers exactly
know.
what you wish would happen.
and then like since then, he's been trying to come to every single one,
Man.
and it's awesome.
Yeah, that's a game changer. The pontoon bringing people out onto a big wooden raft like that makes that whole process of gear 100 times safer and easier and more
Yeah.
efficient and more like, even looks like more like professional look. Like it just makes it look better that, instead of like, imagine Mukapaza trying to come out on your old floaty.
It wouldn't have been I would have never booked them
Exactly.
without what I have now.
Exactly. Yeah. It's perfect that you have that. And yeah, I mean, it's grown a lot. And when did it start to get more like traction outside of just posting it and like the musicians and just kind of like local stuff?
I think the second year was when the first Block Club article came out.
Okay.
And that was when, I don't know, people started getting eyes on it. And then I think the next year there was a subsequent article.
Did they reach out to you for that article, or they just do it on their own?
It was this guy, this young, I don't know, aspiring journalist was like, "Hey, can I write a piece?" So it was sort of an independent guy who then submitted it to Block Club.
Okay.
So it wasn't even like the Block Club that did the first one. It was someone who like gave them a story.
Oh, interesting.
But since then they've come and like done some pieces.
They actually go to it and watch, or they've just done pieces?
Some I think they have been to the shows.
Okay.
It's now there's been a number of publications.
Yeah.
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 Been going on the news.
Oh my God, I have to ask you about that. What we're talking about? It was ABC.
I don't know. The ABC came to the show. WGN, I went to their studio.
Okay, so you did the WGN one, but you didn't do
Yeah.
any other news ones?
I did Fox.
Fox.
Yeah.
All right, so you do these. What percentage, and be honest with me, because I watched the whole thing and
Yeah.
I was laughing the entire time. What percentage of it was you trolling? What percentage of it was you trolling? That's all my question
Yeah,
is.
I'm a big fan of Andy Kaufman.
Yeah, I got that. That and a couple other people.
Yeah, it's I don't know. That's like I don't know how much fun can we have on live TV?
So you trolled them hardcore.
Yeah.
No, what percentage of them was a genuine reaction because they're that, how do I be nice?
And they have to be genuine. The thing is
That
like,
out of touch with reality that they like just took you literally and were like, wow, yeah, he must have.
the thing is they have to. Like the thing is they have to be the positive interaction. And
How are you keeping a straight face? I guess you didn't have to when you have an eyeball mask.
Yeah.
You were just trying to like have fun with it, mess with them, somewhat promote it, but also just like be goofy.
Yeah.
And kind of be like a bit.
And at this point, I don't want more people to come.
I mean, there's times when
Yeah.
I turn around when I'm on the pylon filming when I was at the shows, and there was probably 500 people
Yeah.
under Belmont, probably 50 to 80 people on Belmont looking down, and then collectively with the rowboats and all the boats and the water rafts and everything around, probably another 100 plus people easily. And yeah, once you get past that capacity for all of that, might be like everything, might not be more than 1,000 before you. Bathroom issues, litter issues, safety issues, drunk
Yeah.
people OD, people get too drunk. More people means more people try to get away with stuff because they can hide in plain sight better. You start to run into like weird social problems.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I'm not trying to give more people information. If you know how to get there, you're welcome
Yeah.
to come. Like I do want people to come, but
course.
honestly, like at the last few shows, it's been like a great just load. It's been, I don't know, a few hundred people.
Yeah.
And like, it's like, I don't need more than this. You know?
Right. What was the biggest crowd you think you saw?
It's probably that one that you saw, maybe.
It was nuts. I think it was Mukapaza. Yeah, it was the June 29th one.
Yeah, I think
Tanner,
29th, yeah.
Dane played Hotel Breakfast guys, and then Thompson Prings. Yeah, that one was, because in the video when I told my friend like to pan back and forth just to show scale and size, and he did for one of the shots, and I was like, dude, because I saw from my angle who was there and around, but their shots you couldn't see who was all around because they're looking at me. So I saw what I saw, and then I put together what I actually could see from the camera in the crowd. I was like, there's 500 to 700 people here.
Yeah.
Like, for sure. Like, it was crazy.
That's nuts.
It looked amazing, though. It looked from the pylon, you look, and you don't see the back of where the fence is. You know, underneath it, you just saw a nice, like, crescendo of humans just, like, piled up, blocking
cool.
everything. I just saw a wall of people. And I'm just sitting there, like, all muddy and beat up and wet. And hot. It was so hot. It was, like, 92 degrees.
Dude, yeah.
And I'm like, thank God I don't care.
You went through the gauntlet that day. Oh, my gosh.
I love that stuff. I mean, I don't, but I do, because it makes everything else in life easy.
Yeah.
Whenever you have like, oh, I stubbed my toe, or oh, it's drizzling right now, you're like, nothing compares to being trapped on a pylon in the heat and rain with all your gear all day in front of everyone to look at and take photos of you and post. Yeah. You're just in every shot. You can't escape. It's fun.
No, totally. It's like you step in a puddle. It's like, well, I've been dirtier.
Yeah.
I've been wetter.
Yeah,
I've been colder.
You're tired.
I've been hotter.
Yeah. You're stuck in a place, like you're waiting for somebody, and you're like complaining, like, oh, I can't believe I'm stuck here waiting. It's like, man, imagine being stuck on a 14 by 14 foot concrete pylon.
It's 15 by 15.
Is it 15?
I think so.
Oh, I thought it was, I don't know. Actually, Steven had a tape measure.
Did he?
And I
only
think
14?
He busted out, and it was 14. Maybe it is 15. Did you guys measure it?
I measured it once, but I don't know. I may have measured it wrong.
Maybe it's not a perfect circle. Maybe
I would trust
oblong.
Steven, to be honest.
It could be oblong, and he got the side that was like more.
That could be
14.
Is there a way? Can we pause?
Sure.
I gotta make a pee.
Yeah, go pee. I'll just keep talking. I like to keep
All
going.
right.
Makes my post production
I like
easy.
that. Yeah,
I'll just talk. I'll tell more stories about the river show. So the first river show, I think it was Father's Day. I think it was June. I want to say June 16th, 2025, that I went to, that I recorded and worked at. And it was a lot of fun. I had no idea what really to expect. They were really helpful in anything I forgot. But I just remember thinking, like, how am I supposed to not get sunburn and, like, heat stroke, sun poisoning, being on this pylon I was on there for 8 hours straight, the only one. Everyone else rotated. Even Ben, would rotate, come out, come in, go back and forth, stay in the shade, bring people on the boat. But everyone got shade. Even the sound guy, Dan, would go down and, like, go on the boat and get in the shade. But I chose to stay up. One, I started realizing that I have a lot of experience working with bands, so it was easy for me to, like, kind of help or give them advice while recording and setting up and just making sure they went smoothly for the videos. And, yeah, I learned a lot. And by the second one, I got better, made less mistakes. By the very last one, we had 0 issues with gear, and we were all on top of it. Yeah, it was a learning experience. I was explaining the learning experience for us, capturing it.
And you guys,
the first
like,
one to the last one.
Really, got pro. Like, I don't know. I was so impressed. I was delighted that you asked. Like, I know I came here and we hung out. You're like, hey, I'm thinking of, like, what if I came and, like, videoed the river show? I was like, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
And gosh, your crew's awesome. Like, they're all so good.
They're great. We've been working together for a while. My friend Trevor, who does the black and white photography that he posts.
Yeah.
He did video and that, did both, and some digital too. I've been working with since 2014. He did the live sound for the last 8 DZ Fest, and helped it grow and get way better and bigger because he went to school for that, and he's a pro with live sound and knows a lot about gear. So he's always my gear wizard to help with stuff and knows what's up. And we've been through the rain and the thick and thin for all this. So that kind of rain, and it's we're used to it. And then Charlie, I've known for 17 years. I've been working and doing stuff with him forever. He has a lot of gear too. He knows what's up. And then Pat, I've also known for 18 years, and he's now new to, like, joining our team and wanting to do all this stuff. So, but he's been a musician and knows a lot about gear too. So yeah, we're all all between like 31 and 35. Been working together for a long time, so we have like that kind of friendly connection and dynamic of knowing how to talk to each other, what buttons to push,
Yeah.
know when someone's serious and like, dude, I need you to do this right now. Then they get it versus joking around.
Yeah.
And yeah, just suffering together. When you suffer with your peers through a lot, you get closer to each other. You start to work together. You respect each other more because you know, like, oh, they're not joking around. Like, they're serious about this. I saw them suffer through the thing to get here.
Yeah.
And yeah, just having a lot of experience knowing how to deal with each other. We have hand signals and stuff, and I would tell them, like, okay, it's the second song, and we'd all, like, look at each other, they'd all walkie-talkie. Sometimes the walkie-talkies weren't so clear because it was loud. Plus, if someone's playing, you don't want to, like, someone's doing a harp or something acoustic, and all of a sudden you hear, like, and just, like, walkie-talkie stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Gotta get the earpiece. That's the next thing. Earpiece that connects
yeah.
to the walkie-talkie, so I could look like a Secret Service agent.
That'd be pretty cool. Here comes the King of the River.
Wait, where did you get the name King of the River? Did you come up with that? Someone call you that?
I came up with it. Yeah, we did that pretty early. I was inspired by Don Quixote.
Oh, okay.
And you know, he just believes himself to be a knight errant, and he calls himself such, and then eventually becomes it.
You do remind me of Don Quixote. Are you Spanish at all?
Not really. But who knows? But yeah, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna be the king of the river, and now I am.
Yeah, now that's what you're.
Now
known
I'm
for.
kind of like in book 2.
How often does it happen when you're just out and about and someone's like, King of the River?
You know, every so often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like looking around like, who are they talking about?
Yeah. What? It's fun. And it's good to, I don't know, be a little bigger than myself. You know, it's I've got this, you know, character that's a little larger, and then that pushes
how you
me.
normally are.
Yeah.
You seem more to yourself, more quiet.
Yeah. I'm genuinely like a reserved, introverted person.
Yeah, you strike me as that. That's why it was shocking to see the opposite of it.
Yeah.
But I get it.
Like, I'm not someone who would call themselves king of the river, but now I am.
Yeah. Yeah, and you it also is a slow drip. Imagine if it was just like one summer this all happened. But it was, 3.5, 4 years. Plus you've been doing other DIY. You've been doing a lot of stuff. It's not like out of nowhere, which does happen to people, which I don't think is too healthy or good, where you're out of nowhere. People just, like, you blow up and tens of thousands of people know about you. Millions of streams, like those drone shots that got like millions of views.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the drone stuff is hot.
Yeah. The drone stuff is what really shows the scale and the optics of it, Yeah, it'd be cool to do drone and mix in the shots with the videos, like to show, like to make the, because then we have good audio with the drones. The drones never have good audio, ever.
Yeah.
Or no audio at all.
No,
The
totally.
sound of those blades.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My friend, I think Leah did film some of the last one from the bridge when we were filming, but I'm not too sure. I think she was testing it out just to see what it would be like and like what it would work like, and didn't want to like clash with other drones because there was always like one or two other ones,
Yeah. I got a music video on the way where like we were shooting camera and drone and trying to synchronize with the song that'll be playing.
Mm-hmm. Which song is it? Or do you want to say?
Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing.
Yeah. And then yeah, it's gonna be cool. We like did like a few days camping in Governor Dodge, Wisconsin.
Okay.
Like just like we didn't really have like a clear idea.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, let's just do like a bunch of like, I don't know, let's play with mythological symbols. And then we'll see where it fits together. So
there's a music video idea for Lawrence Tome.
yeah.
And you have one album or two?
Well, it's one full-length album.
It just came
which
out
sort of
last
includes the first EP.
Okay. Oh, so songs from that are kind of on there.
Yeah.
Okay, and they came out like a month ago. No, it came out the River Swim.
Yeah, July
River-
19th at the
Yeah.
River Parade.
The River Parade. Oh, that rain that morning
Oh,
and
man.
afternoon.
But honestly, I was happy. I'm glad it rained.
Why?
Because there were so many new variables with that first stage. I think it would have been a lot harder to do what I originally planned.
I'll let you on a secret. I already knew that. I knew that you were happy it rained. Trust me. Somehow rain is sometimes a blessing, and you're like, because
Yeah.
it neutralizes everything and shifts everything. You have an excuse, a scapegoat, be like, hey, this is the way it is now. Because
Exactly.
it rained. And everyone's like, yeah, it did rain. I mean, no one could be like, no.
Yeah, it's like it rained, but they still did it. You know, that was like all we had to do was just to do it. But
Yeah, I was like, this rain is going to shave some time off, shake some things up, and probably let them not like try to do like so much, like a crazy juggling act you guys were, trying to pull
yeah,
off.
that was nuts.
Absolutely not.
And then it did kind of push things later, so that at the very end we got to use the projection show at
Right.
the Wild Mile.
Right. And you've been
That
doing
was
those
sick.
a lot too.
Yeah, that was sort of the first. My friend Yusuf is the projection artist.
Oh, cool.
And,
Does he make that artwork, or do you? Or
He makes the artwork.
makes it, okay.
He's doing it like sort of some live. It's like sort of like a modular synth sort of thing where he's
yeah.
affecting it in real time because he
That's
wants to be
cool.
jamming with the performance. Is the idea?
Oh, I guess sixth man or something, like an extra performer who's part of it.
Yeah,
That's kind of like, did you ever see Godspeed Black Emperor live?
I've never seen him live, but I love the music.
When I saw them twice, but both times, once at the Rockefeller Cathedral at University of Chicago, which was amazing, and then once at the Metro. Both times they had, I think it was 3, maybe 4, looked like 16 millimeter tape machines going, and the projectionist was like doing their own art performance, and every time they perform it's slightly different. He uses a lot of the same images, but it's always different. His decision of when to overlap something and like let one burn out while the other one's going, and
Yeah.
then mixes 3 together, but then this one, that one, it rotates. And then while maybe 2 are going at the same time overlapping, he takes out a new one, takes out the old one. Probably goes between like 20 reels. And it's like an extreme analog version of what you're saying. He kind of, say there was, 6 or 7 members in the band. He's like the 8th person. Like
Yeah.
makes the show because of it. And even the sound of the machine, the clicking, is like this drone sound part of their
Yeah.
performance. It's interesting.
That's sick.
It was very sick, not easy to pull off, but a band like that could do it. But not like cheap for anyone to just do like a bunch of 16 millimeter
No,
projections. Like that's not easy. Or you need a lot of know-how. You have to be like a true technician to know how to deal with that, work with it. Inevitably, something's going to jam or break because it's old. You got to fix it.
Yeah.
But yeah, what you said kind of reminded me of that.
No, I think that's the spirit. Definitely, it's like in our situation, like I don't know, there wasn't necessarily a set list either, so it was more improvisational. In that Yusuf didn't really know what I was gonna do, but then it's like it's reacting to what he's hearing, and then contributing to that, and then also like, also I can't see what he's doing at all. That's the other thing that's crazy is it's wild to look back at the photos of those performances. I'm like, wow, that looks really cool. I had no idea.
That was happening, yeah. Because it's behind you while you're playing?
Yeah,
So you have no idea.
or it's like on me.
On you, right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So
So you're
but-
doing a bunch of wild stuff right now.
yeah, all
Playing
sorts of
shows too,
things.
as Lawrence Tome, just in general, right?
Yeah, playing here and there, and
If you could pick one that you want to do like as a profession, a career, which one would it be out of the things you're dabbling with, or would it be all of them?
I think I'd get bored with one thing.
Yeah, right. I feel you on that.
Which is why like I like to be have a lot of different irons and a lot of different fires.
Yeah, it's more fun that way.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot more people
And you
that
do
way.
this too. You do everything.
It's more fun. It's definitely burns you out. You definitely should not have a family or kids if you're doing this kind of lifestyle where it's like whatever can happen in 16 hours every day, like every day is a Saturday, then that's what I'll do. But I'd be a horrible father if I decided, unless I was making an ungodly amount of money, I'd still be absent.
Yeah.
Bad father, bad husband, that kind of stuff.
Well, I don't know. What's one more thing?
Those things are huge. Yeah.
But are they? Do you really need to give that much time to the kids?
The kids will just
They'll-
be there.
they'll figure
They'll
it
be
out.
at the river playing.
Yeah.
The water's not that toxic.
I think it is like I think you can't just you bring them along into the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what if they have to pee in the river to go to the bathroom?
Yeah, that's the lesson.
Just don't be in the river while you pee. Be above it, into it.
Exactly.
Dude, that river.
Yeah.
Did you ever test it with any? Did you ever bring testing stuff near where we're at? And
I'll
like,
bring a glass every once in a while. Give it a little try.
see if a goldfish can survive in it or not.
I haven't done any testing.
I wonder what it's like there. Because
Because
they're doing that river swim in the river, but it's where the city is, where it meets, and they've done a better job of cleaning that up.
Yeah.
That's also at the beginning of where the water comes in. It gets dirtier as it goes through the city, taking up more street oils and brake dust and
Yeah,
litter. And
I know. Like the North Branch, it's like if after it rains, they then release the rain, and that washes down all of the stuff.
and the smell. One smell, you
Yeah.
get hit with the whiff of that smell underneath Belmont,
Yeah, it's not great.
You're just like, what is that smell?
Yeah, but then at a certain point, you just it's like, oh, this is what it smells like here.
I don't even notice it.
And you don't
It's
notice.
the first 3 minutes, and then it's gone. And then same with the water. It's like, just don't fall in it.
Yeah,
If you don't fall in it, it's fine.
if you do fall in, keep your mouth closed.
Mouth closed, eyes closed, butthole closed. I mean, everything. Keep it all closed.
Yeah, I don't think I think it's better than people think, but
Better than people think? like it's more fun to fall in or more fun?
Well, I don't think it's well, I think it's getting cleaner.
It's getting cleaner. They are doing that swim, but that's like 3 miles upriver, not downriver.
Yeah.
And near where they've been like actively trying to clean for like 40 years. I think neglecting by Belmont a lot more,
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I want to figure out, the Great Lakes jumper guy, Dan. He jumps in the lake every day.
Oh, like okay.
And he'll talk about a little piece of music. He'll bring a record and be like, on this day, this band released this album, and so, and then he jumps in the lake.
Okay. I feel like I've seen that on Instagram. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, he's kind of had his own little viral moments.
Okay.
But he asked if he could jump in the river, and I want that. So the thing I want to figure out is where he can jump, because right now I don't know what's in the water.
Yeah,
And,
no one does.
There can
There's
be
a generator.
There can be
There's
some
shopping
dangerous
carts.
things, but I want to find some sort of area that's at least clear enough for him to jump off the pylon into the river.
Does Steven have a depth finder on his boat?
Steven's probably the asset I need to.
A lot of those
use.
modern boats have a depth finder, and the more modern, nicer the boat, the more accurate it is. And it's probably pretty accurate. He might also know, because I remember asking him, and he said it was deep around there, like 8 feet
Yes, that's pretty good.
or so. But
as long
it's
as
8
there's
feet.
not like a spike.
Exactly. I say it's 8 feet to like the average nasty muck soil. But what about the objects that could be in there, like carts and shit? Random stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Divvy
Yeah,
bikes.
you're probably about 7-8 feet off the ground, off the water on that pylon.
I think it is 8 feet up.
It feels about 8 feet, so you will go down somewhat deep when you jump. That's enough air time to go down a little bit. So you definitely want, unless you do like a belly flop type of thing, most people, you can handle jumping in even 4 feet of water if you know how to do it.
Yeah.
He seems like someone who knows how to jump in the water.
No, totally. And he's like, I don't really swim. I just jump in the water.
He actively wants to jump into that part of the river.
Yeah. We were gonna. He was gonna be. We were gonna have him jump off the first stage of the parade. But the rain. He was there. He was gonna jump in the river at the parade.
Oh, you ever worry about optics or like police or anyone seeing that and being like, "Hey, what do you guys? We're fine with you guys like playing here, but not just jumping in the river."
Well, I'm not gonna let anybody jump in the river. This is the Great Lakes jumper.
Just
He's a professional.
Listen, when the king of the river lets the Great Lakes jumper on, like,
Yeah.
these titles are not nothing, people.
Exactly. These were earned.
Earned.
Well, mine was not initially earned. I literally just claimed it.
You're definitely king of the river.
Yeah.
The pirate. You could pirate king of the river.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomato.
Yeah, man. What a wild ride you've been going on with this.
Yeah.
So you probably get a lot of interesting bands reaching out. Probably a lot reaching out all the time.
It's true. Yeah. Which is also why I'm like, all right, we got to get as many people up as possible. Like, I thought this first show in September was going to be my last. But then I was like, there's still so many bands. I'll just do every weekend in September.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, I've overbooked already.
So what do you think the sweet spot is for you? For like bands, like 5?
I think in this season, 5, 6 in the fall. I think 5 to 6.
5 to 6,
I
depending
think.
on them. If it's like a couple solo acts, maybe 6, because it's faster, less
Yeah.
energy, more of a calm down for people,
Definitely.
Less loud for a couple moments, even though it's a longer day. Yeah.
And I'm trying to get even more variety too. Like, and we had Katie Horn was a clown.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was so funny.
That was hilarious.
The guitar playing. I was like, what is going on? I'm gonna take a break at this point.
Yeah.
Just watch.
Exactly.
It was wild.
So the more things like that too.
Okay.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
That's I'm after that.
I feel like she would make probably a good like. You could also try like rotating hosts too, like someone just in like talking in between, like like
Yeah.
someone like her, who very animated and charismatic.
I think that's a good thought because I often am exhausted when I take the mic.
Yeah, that's the thing. I never
Yeah.
hosted DZ Fest. I always had my friend Larry do it. When I had 2 stages, I had like 2 people do it because I was too busy doing other stuff, and
Yeah.
they could put that energy towards that and not do anything else. They're not volunteer. Like, their job is just to like, hey, there's bathrooms over there. Hey, there's food for sale. Hey, keep an eye on this. Hey, throw out your garbage. Oh, by the way, this band was up, and by the way, this band's next. And give 'em, kind of like that's it.
Totally.
And it takes a lot of energy to do that. So like, just have them do that, and like while you can do the behind the scenes, making sure the bands are good, your friends are good, whatever. Dealing with complaints from people, whatever it is,
Yeah. No, that would be good.
Yeah.
And it's always what is the next thing to delegate? Because that's been how we've built. Like it was a moment of trust to let someone else be on the ladder, to move the gear.
Yeah.
That was a shift. And it's like, all right, and then now, yeah. Well, how do we consider it as a production, as a show, and then elevate it in that way?
Yeah. What you're doing right now, like honing on the like amount of bands, time of Sundays versus Saturdays, you probably notice differences in a lot when you do that. Time of day, starting at noon versus starting at 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's when you do. I've learned too, when you do things during the day on a weekend, especially if it's like kind of like open to the public, essentially. That on a Sunday you lose a lot of people in the evening because everyone's like tired from 7 days of doing stuff, and they probably were out like the night before.
Yeah.
So the afternoon works because they're like, oh, I'm just gonna have like an errand, lazy day, like go walk around the neighborhood, whatever. But then by the evening, like, oh, I'm tired, I'm gonna go have dinner, so they'll start to go down a little bit. But on Saturdays, it's almost like a little different. You'll get like a lot of people starting to come out in the afternoon, evening, because they already were chilling and relaxing, and now they want to go do the Saturday thing. And they know this is here. So it does depend on the time of year, time of day. Is it near a holiday? Is it not? Like Labor Day weekend is sometimes a brutal time to do events because everyone like left town, or went out of town.
Yeah.
And sometimes it works because the people who didn't leave town had nothing else to do. So like, oh, let's go to that event. So really, it's hard to say. It depends on the kind of event, where it's at, how prestigious it is, how much people are seeking it.
Totally. Yeah, I've tried to sprinkle in like weekday shows too, like for industry folk. 'Cause there's a lot of people who work weekends.
Yep.
And so I've done a few like Monday or Tuesday shows, which are always like maybe a little less attended, but then like I don't know, it's good for the people who can't come on weekends.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's true.
I know, I worked industry for like 10 years, and it's like
Say
you
goodbye to
can't get off.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
That's your money day. It's like
You can't get off.
Yeah.
No, you're stuck doing that. I mean, it took me 12 years to kind of not always be working weekends and try to get bands and people in Monday through Friday.
yeah.
Yeah, probably 12 years of working like every Saturday and Sunday. Every Sunday is when I did sessions, because that was the one day everyone was free and bands could come in. So I was like, let's just do Sundays. But then I was like, the pandemic happened, and I was like, man, Sundays, it's kind of nice to have a Sunday. I forgot what this feels like.
Yeah.
And I'll still do it on weekends, but way less. It's not the first thing I offer. It's like the last thing. I'm like, okay, fine, we'll do a Saturday, but I would prefer this day, this day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets exhausting.
How many sessions are you doing now?
It depends. Like I have one Friday. I had one Monday, podcast today, band practice last night. No sessions this weekend. So some weeks it's 1, some weeks it's 2, some weeks it's 3, some weeks 0. But then the next week's like a bunch. Like it flip-flops. But the one I just put out, we hit 2,000 videos and 1,900 public ones. So 100 are not public for a bunch of reasons. But so 1,900 public ones, 2,000 private ones. Yeah, so it's been 15 years since I started DZ Records, but it's been 12 and a half years since I started doing the live video sessions. Before that, I was just like recording albums, podcast, the fest, and a couple shows, put on some shows. But came up with the idea to do the live video session. not for any other reason people use it for. Now everyone uses it to book gigs and promote.
Yeah.
I was just doing it to capture bands live and show the world what it looks like to like be around a live band.
Yeah.
And then a couple years later, everyone's like, "Oh, we use these to get gigs." I was like, "Wait, what?" I mean, obviously that's what you would do. I just was so naive and dumb that I was like, "Wait," it like shocked me. I was like, "That's what people use. That's why everyone wants to do this."
But that's the better way. I don't know. I was just talking with like a friend. It's like there are people who do something for the ladder climb, to like with an angle. But it's better just like I like music. I want to like capture this. I want to present like this thing that's cool, and like in that spirit is I think when like the work is really good.
Yeah, that's probably why it's been working out and still going on to this day, and still been fortunate enough to have bands from around the world, around America, around many different parts of the world have come through. Which is weird when you can just email a band or Instagram message a band that's from Tokyo or South Korea or Italy.
That's pretty
like,
cool.
hey, want to come to my basement and just like come to me, and I just like come down from my bedroom and then hang out and record, and then like say the night, or I'll send you some cool coffee shops, and you just like make friends around the world, and they actually go like, yeah, we want to do that. It's a very strange thing. Not many people know that kind of feeling, but it's fun, and it's always exciting because I like working with everybody. I've never said no to anyone who's ever reached out, ever. And I'm always confused when artists or up-and-coming producers or engineers are like, how do you find clients? How do you pick people? I'm like, I just have opened my house doors to the world and have never said no to anyone. So that's how I do it. I don't know how most people would not do that. It's pretty sketchy to do that, but I'm not scared. And it's kind of exciting and fun. I've met people and had extreme, like, beautiful circumstances happen because of the open door policy.
Yeah.
That I never would have happened if I was at like a studio and we only were open these hours, and you got to pay this much, and like that's it. And it just, if you don't have it, you're not working with me. I'm like, how much do you? I'll find ways to have people come in, $50, $100, whatever works.
Yeah.
Just to make it work, and it's all relative. Some musicians are young and don't have good jobs yet, so you got to find a balance for them. And some are in their 50s and they're almost at the end of their career and they have plenty of money, and you find a balance for that. What works relative to each individual artist.
That's great.
Yeah, it's hard. I don't know how to teach that. Everyone always asks, I'm like, I don't know. I do it my way.
Yeah,
and I can't find my way in
exactly.
any book I've read, so I don't know what to say.
Yeah. And I think it is, find your way.
Find the way that works for you.
Yeah.
Find your path. Like with the River Show, I'm sure people have asked, like, what's your goal? What are you trying to get out of it? What do you want to turn it into? And I could already assume that you're like taking it one step at a time. Probably some big plans, but nothing too concrete,
Yeah. And I just hope I can do more cool shit.
Yeah.
Like it's only gotten bigger. And so it's bigger already than I imagined.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Same. It's bigger than I imagined. I mean, I'm like, it's probably like at a certain level, but I was not expecting.
Yeah. It's
all
like
the
we have it's like a garden. And it's like, all right, like you're just kind of cultivating this thing that's growing. But you can't tell the plant how to grow.
No. You can just kind of give it some guardrails.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't control all of it, and it's a lot of moving parts, and you're also in like that gray area where you're getting all like the new stuff and the grants and everything that's like above board and in here in like the average normal person's life that would look at it like, oh wow, that's really amazing and legit. But then you're doing, seeing how the sausage is made. It's like the opposite of that. So I'm always just like, man, optics, in a positive way, I'm like, optics are everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It makes you look at everything differently. You're like, wow, that's crazy how much people like see it this way, and then it's like this way,
Yeah. Like people think I'm a professional sort of thing. And really I'm just a scrappy guy with an inflatable boat.
It's so funny. It makes you rethink everything, and it also makes you go like, okay, just like do what you want to do, and things can come your way or not.
Yeah.
But don't do it for any other intention. It's not healthy for longevity. A lot of people want stuff now,
Yeah.
I'm sure people have reached out asking you for maybe a favor or advice or something, and you're like, I don't know, like this is the way I do it. I don't know,
Yeah, just do something. Just do something.
Do something.
I feel like that's the way.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do? Start doing it. I feel like everyone's waiting for permission
Yeah.
or like a degree or like
All
to know
nonsense.
how to do it. Don't worry about how to do it. I don't know. Do what you can. That's right in front of you.
Right. You think, Michael Jackson knew what he was doing? You think Dr. Dre did? You think Taylor? I'm just naming the biggest people like Taylor Swift, Arnold
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger, like the biggest names in the world. Do you think they knew what they were doing when they were in their teens or 20s or 30s? Like, no.
Yeah.
They were winging it along the way. They just kept doing something,
Exactly.
and things worked out.
I still don't know what I'm doing. Yeah.
It's a little bit of what you're doing, but
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. A little more wherewithal. But
you learn
yeah.
along the way.
Exactly.
Go, that event was great, but this, and that happened. Let's not do that again. Or that event went badly, but everything we did worked out well. So, like, how did that happen? You find there's always a little bit of both, give and take. We can improve this, cut that, add this, or I can try this approach next time. Maybe pay more attention to that person and what they're telling me, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But
I would have never learned that just researching before doing the thing.
No, ChatGPT is not going to teach you that.
No. No, I will not.
Do you ever use that?
I've dabbled. I mean, I'll use it for like boring things, or for researching ideas or things.
Mm-hmm.
It is like a great way to explore research.
Yeah, it's a good tool for that. It's like a roided up Google search.
Exactly. Yeah.
And just like a faster one, but just a tool. I would not put all my eggs in that basket. People keep doing that. Too many eggs in that basket, and it's scary.
I was talking. I'm rereading my favorite book on improv. It's Impro by Keith Johnstone.
It's a funny name.
And he's this guy I think it's like in England. But the beginning of the book is, it's like a little bit about myself. And it's kind of just talking about how, his education and how he thinks, education can really just stifle the creativity and spirit of a person.
Absolutely.
How people believe that education is this sort of substance that a good teacher will give you a lot of the substance of education. A bad teacher will give you only a little bit. But this is not true. The reality is that a bad teacher is actually negatively affecting you and your ability to just bring out the person that you are.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking of writing. Like I felt like I've only as an adult been able to get my own voice of writing, like where I feel like I'm writing who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I feel like the longest time I was writing what I thought the teacher wanted to hear, in the right format, worried about format, worried about, checking the boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And so how do we get people into that? And then so ChatGPT can do the format, but how do you get to your own voice? Mm-hmm. One of the exercises he does is he'll have somebody in like mime. He'll be like, all right, go to this bookshop and the mime or this bookshelf. And he's like, all right, take a book off the shelf. So then you take the book off the shelf. And it's like, all right, the book is called, Leaves of Wonder. It's a book of poetry. Turn to a random page, and then run your finger down, and then just read what's right there. The kind of in the middle of the poem.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the wisps of wonder, fled across the prairie, and whoever is doing this, they're reading an imaginary book, and really they're writing poetry, but because there's this sort of proxy, where they don't think of themselves, they're not presenting as writing, it kind of gets over that self-consciousness of composing in your own voice.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also a part of my Lawrence Tome idea is this mask then is something that kind of distances my person from the art that I'm creating. And the art is actually not of Ben Kinsinger. Ben Kinsinger is just the channel through which it's coming out. Mm-hmm. Or really, it's just Ben Kinsinger using Lawrence Tome to bring it forth.
And you say the mask, like the eyeball mask?
And the eyeball mask is the literal representation.
Okay.
But then there's also the character allows for me to honestly write more honestly in a way, because I'm less afraid of it coming back to me because it's not me.
Yeah, I think that's why a lot of people do a moniker or stage name, a fake name, not a pen pal name, like a fake name for writing, because almost that veil, that curtain that you get to be yourself behind, it doesn't come back on you as the person, but like this idea or this entity or this ghost. And I mean, I have a very similar thing without meaning to the DZ thing. Most people don't know my name, just like you
Yeah.
probably deal with. Like DZ, like yell out in the street, DZ,
DZ,
you're the DZ guy.
DZ.
Yeah, a lot, and it's
Yeah.
not. It's rare someone says Ben unless they know me really well.
Yeah.
So I kind of, and I don't have anything like personal. There's no like personal Ben Arguella's social media. It's all like under DZ Records. So anything on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Threads, Facebook. I guess I do have a private Facebook. It doesn't matter. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I can just kind of hide. I'm like, in all these photos, I'm always there, but hide. And I'm like, no one quite knows. And it's nice to have that little bit of privacy
Yeah.
and just allow them to focus on the thing, not you.
Totally.
They're focusing on the art. I'm trying to promote other people, not myself. It's just through this vessel, but it's not about me. It's about promoting you right now in this podcast, you know, that kind of thing.
Totally. I think historically, like, art has been, it's less about the ego. Like when Michelangelo paints the Sistine Chapel, it's like how much of himself is in it. And it's like you can try to like psychologically read him. It's like, man, he sure painted a lot of dicks. But like, the thing is, his intention is to like bring forth this divine image.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to bring in like, he's trying to direct people towards the heavens, towards God.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's less of himself and more of the divine.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the idea for art throughout a lot of history. But now there's a lot of like looking at the ego of the artist in relation to their work. Like it's like your personal story has to be connected to your work, which is fine. And I think that can lead to some beautiful things.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's also like we should be allowed to make things that are not attached to our person.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be exact, like direct story or circumstance for you. Sometimes people write amazing songs or make amazing movies or paintings based on something else that someone went through or dealt with. And they're kind of using their mind and their experience to channel that information. But it's not about them. It's about displaying what someone else did or went through or using it, vicariously living through it. Because if you hear a beautiful song or see a beautiful movie, you might be like, oh, who made this or whatnot? But in the moment, you're not thinking like, oh, who made this? I wonder who the cinematographer is for this.
Yeah.
Like, you might if you're a dork like me, but the average person is just like taking it in. Maybe later they look into it, but they probably don't because it doesn't matter. It's not about the person's ego or how much money they got paid to do it. Just did it reach something in you? Did it spark something in you? Did it invoke a feeling that you normally don't think about or feel? Did it make you want to, change something about your life for the good or the bad?
Yeah.
Things along that line of what art should be doing and what it should be about. Not about money, not about, sex, not about titles or degrees or, your house, but about the act itself in that moment and what someone else the exchange that a human being can get out of it. It's a form of consciousness. It's some type of wavelengths that are going on out there.
Yeah.
Some vibrations. I'm not too sure. I don't know enough, but something's going on when it comes to expression.
Yeah.
Because we feel it.
I know I've felt it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes you feel it. You probably felt it at one of your events when it wasn't even necessarily the band, but just the whole feeling, the vibration of 500 people there, and everyone came to do this, and like it's cool, and people around the city that are just walking by or stopping by. It's all and the sun's at the right spot, and the breeze is at the right spot. The smell went away,
Yeah.
And you're just like, that almost feels like I just watched a beautiful movie or saw a beautiful photograph or saw a beautiful dress, like great fashion design. But it's a different thing. It's like this feeling you get just from camaraderie. Community is a creative feeling.
Definitely. I'm with that.
So what's the next journey? What are you doing next?
What's next? Yeah.
What's going on this winter? What are your plans when you have some time now that you'll be done with these crazy shows?
Yeah. Well, I'm going in October to Montreal.
Oh, cool. For what?
I work with this French physicist in a performance.
Huh.
The ensemble is called Shapes of Emergence.
Okay.
And we just got this huge residency at the Society of Art and Technology in Montreal.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
What's your part in all of it?
I'm a musical contributor. So So I've been playing with this act for a couple years now, and like it's live physics experiments that are then projected really large, and then I'm doing live music score with some other musicians,
Yeah.
and it's cool. So we've been doing this show where like we animate like a water droplet. It's like a water droplet on a hydrophobic surface. Underneath is a speaker connected to a synthesizer that then plays a particular sine wave. Around it is strobe lights, and then above is a macroscopic camera that's on a robotic rig that Beau, the French physicist, he built himself, and he pilots it with like a PS4 controller. So by using the frequency of the sine wave with also the rate of the strobe light, which determines the frame rate of the camera, you can then make a water droplet into like a triangle, a square, different iterations of these shapes.
Yeah.
And so this is a part of Beau's real research, and it's looking at where do patterns emerge in nature.
Mm-hmm.
And so then we've turned this into a performance to sort of bring the science into a art moment.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's cool. That sounds like something I would have saw at the Art Institute.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. I would love to see that. Do you do any of that performance around Chicago?
We've done it a few times in Chicago.
You have any coming up?
Nothing coming up. We did it like for the architecture biennial, and we've done it a number of times. We did it at Bricktown, which is fun. It was like DIY show.
Yeah.
And then, in Montreal is like one of the biggest projection domes, and so we're adapting it now to capture, I think, a larger field to then develop a show to be projected on a dome.
Wow. And how long are you doing this for?
So we'll be there for 2 weeks in October. The first week is to develop and make the show happen, and then we do a run of shows, performances.
How many? Do you know?
I think we'll do 5 performances.
That's really
5
cool.
nights.
And are you're playing music, or you're controlling the synth?
I'll be playing music. Yeah. So it's a fun gig for me. Like I'm sort of creating the illusion that the music I'm playing is affecting the droplets.
Oh. Okay.
Because it's not.
Yeah.
Because the precision of the sound to manipulate the droplet has to be very, right on.
Yeah.
And so if we put what I was playing, it wouldn't, create these shapes.
It needs to be a pure tone wave, a sine wave.
Exactly. But so then I'm playing the visual of that sine wave as I perceive it from the droplet. And so I also I'm usually playing sort of a synth with my hands on the dials to then sort of interact with the changes of the droplet to create the sense that what they're hearing is also what's affecting the droplet.
And the drop of water it's sitting on top of something.
Yeah,
And it changes different shapes.
Like, we're talking like tiny little drop, and it's on a hydrophobic disc. So they spray it with this hydrophobic stuff.
Right. So the water can just like hover on it.
Yeah, and then we add more droplets, and so there's a whole garden of droplets, and then the camera can pan. It's got a bunch of different axes. I think it's got a tilt axis, a rotational axis, and then X and Y. And so then this is we're calling it says live cinema performance.
That's funny.
Yeah.
French cinema. You got to put that in there.
Exactly. But so that's the next big venture. So we're kind of reimagining the score right now. So some of the musicians are in France, and they've been kind of putting some new ideas forth. And at the ends of our run of shows, we're gonna then have like a captured version of the performance that'll stay in the dome in Montreal.
Nice.
But
And it'll stay there? Like they'll play it on the screen or something?
yeah. So then it'll be a part of their programming.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a crazy experience.
It really is.
It's like music adjacent. It's like, like a musician adjacent type of thing. So
Yeah.
that and your own music, your album, the river shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a lot of interesting, cool, creative things all happening.
Definitely. And that comes from Like I play at the IO Theater
Okay.
for improv.
Oh, you do improv.
I
You
do.
mentioned improv. I just didn't know if you like still did it or not.
Yeah, I do music for improv.
Oh.
So, yeah, so I play every Friday night with the troupe Devil's Daughter.
Okay. I never heard of them, but I've been to the IO Theater. Just never heard of them.
Yeah, and they're one of the I don't know oldest troupes now. So I think they've been playing for 10 years.
Oh wow.
I've been playing with them for I think 7.
Really? Every Friday?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it used to be Tuesdays, but every week pretty much.
That's cool. So do you improv music while they do their improv thing?
Yeah, so they improvise a whole show, and then I'm improvising a music score to go with it.
Piano, keyboard?
Piano, yeah.
So you play piano and guitar and
Yeah.
some other things?
Yeah, so piano's my main instrument.
Oh, okay.
And then, yeah, I've gotten pretty good at guitar, too.
How long you been playing piano?
I took, like, classical lessons until I was, like, 13, 14.
Oh.
Kind of got the foundational stuff, and then I quit. I didn't like it.
Then I quit.
But then I picked it up again. I was playing in church in high school.
Okay.
And honestly, I started listening to Ben Folds. And
I know them.
Ben Folds got me back.
Okay.
And so I was like, all right. And then I started learning some Ben Folds songs.
When did you start playing piano? How young were you?
That's probably, I don't know, 6 or 7.
Okay, so you learned young. So you were
Yeah.
going on a traditional classical piano lane. If you start at 6 and you took lessons,
Yeah.
I cannot imagine that for you or you for that, like at all. Like you just sitting there with a nice clean cut, shaved face,
Yeah.
a suit, playing some nice
Some
event,
classical
playing
piano.
piano for like a wedding or like a ballroom, and just like a different alternate reality.
You know, it might still happen.
You would have called you the Piano King instead of the River King.
Well, I don't know. I'm not that good.
You would.
But I know, I could
because
be.
that would have been like what 25 years of playing, 27 years of playing at this point.
Yeah. The thing is, I like the route of classical piano. It didn't work for me. I don't relate to sheet music. Like I can read sheet music, but like
Like on a conscious level. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, on a conscious level. Yeah. Like even when I was taking lessons, it was hard for me to play a song until I heard it. Like I'm connected more by ear, and so now I've gotten really good at learning songs by ear.
Yeah.
And that's sort of what I've been trying to cultivate because I find that that's a lot more useful.
It's way more functional than looking at a sheet of music and dissecting it, deciphering it. That's functional for very specific circumstances that you have to curate to be like that, like a stand with well lit, no wind, so preferably outside, and the piece of paper is on it, and you're with a bunch of other people who also can interpret all the same shapes and read that language.
Yeah, and it's a great language, and like there's a lot of beautiful music
beautiful,
that's.
But it's not the only way at all. With
Totally.
music. It's one of the ways that's
but it's
beautiful.
Usually the only way that's like taught, in like the traditional way.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, all right, we got to start. I know still you have to learn. I think that route because it's good to know how to interact with the sheet music, especially with understanding theory and stuff.
Absolutely.
But really, the understanding theory is off the page, and like it's more like what are the chords, how do they relate, and when you step away from the notes and you're thinking more in terms of like the chords, then you see the relationship more. And so that's now what I've practiced, and now like I can especially if it's like a sheet music with the chords, and it's like a real book. You can follow the melody and then fill in the chords and things.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But at the improv, I'm just making it up.
Yeah.
And that's really where I've gotten. I've developed, like I feel confident playing with a live show now.
Yeah.
You could put a live show in front of me, like a theater performance or anything, and I'll give you music that'll go with it.
Yeah. So you've gotten really good at improvisation.
Yeah.
It's a skill. That's a whole nother skill. Like learning how to make up stuff on the spot and have it feel right. It scares the crap out of some people.
Most people. It scared the crap out of me when I first started.
It's scary at first, and you get used to it, and then it's actually the only way I really like to play music is mostly improv.
Yeah.
Even in a band where we have like all the structure, I'm like, there's these sections, I'm just gonna do whatever I want here, and I just like it. I like the pressure, but I like the feeling of it in the moment when you have this. You lose track of who you are, what you're doing, your consciousness, your ego, kind of all goes away, and you're just like flowing. I can't explain, like hovering, flowing floating.
Yeah.
You're not seeking. You're like satisfied and complacent with just being.
Yeah. And all you have to do is maintain the trance.
Yeah. Yeah, the trance is a good way to. I'm using all these different ways of saying. Just you kind of go into a trance.
Yeah.
And I like that. And that can happen with written stuff where everyone knows what they're doing too. But because you know what has just happened, what's going to happen, what will happen, it's not the same headspace as I know I'm supposed to be here today and plug into the outlet. But all I know is the first song we're going to start in the key of A. And like from there, I don't know.
Yeah.
And like that's what happens for the next hour, maybe 30 minutes. I don't even know how long we're playing. We'll just stop when we stop.
Yeah.
I love making music like that, playing shows like that. Stresses out most people I know, even who are doing it with me. And I'm like, oh, I slept well last night knowing I get to do this. Like I'm not even worried about it.
Yeah. No, it's
That's cool though. You do that. It's improv, and you write your own music. That's standards that you will play and repeat. And then, do you play in any other bands? Oh, the French physicist thing. What do you call that group? What do you call that entity?
that's
project?
called Shapes of Emergence.
So Shapes of Emergence,
Yeah.
which is a whole nother way of music. That's like I wasn't expecting that to hear that today, which is really cool.
Yeah.
That's like one of the. You've gotten even cooler to me. I was like, man, that's pretty sweet. I've never heard of anyone really doing it quite like that. I've seen little bits of things like that at the Art Institute. I saw people doing stuff like a Bluetooth speaker on a foam and had these black beads on them, and they would turn different shapes based on different waves. So I've like seen similar things to what you're talking about, but not quite that setup. So it's really cool.
Yeah, no one's really done it. What I like about that show too is like we've gone to like a lot of electronic art festivals, and we're like we're like the only act that has a live band. Because most of these people that are interested in electronic art are also they like the synthesizers, they like the the sequencers, or even they'll have AI do their music.
What?
Did
I hear that correctly?
Yeah,
AI do their own synthesizer and sequencing.
And yeah, I mean, if you're the thing is, I don't know, if you're a tech person who's making and a lot of this art is also AI generated.
What? Yours or theirs?
Theirs, ours is not.
How is that even art, and how are they even a musician if it's all AI?
Well, it's how does the AI interact? So it's still like conceptual. Like we went to one. We played this festival in Santa Fe, and
Second oldest city in America, by the way.
Second oldest city in America.
St. Augustine, Florida, Santa Fe, New Mexico. The Spanish went from Mexico up to there. Like, how do we get far enough away from? I think the way it went is like, how do we get far enough away from Mexico for safety, but close enough for an advantage point, strategic point, and have a big city we don't have to worry about, Mexican individuals coming up and dealing with us. They chose Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's like 1590. It's old.
Wow.
It's definitely like 430 years old or something.
That's
which is not
cool.
old for Europe, but old for America.
Yeah, totally.
But anyway, sorry.
Yeah, so there was this Currents New Media, and so like they had this one artist. I'm forgetting her name, but she has essentially a computer on her wrist that's hooked up to ChatGPT, and she would then sit at a table just like we are here, and then you'd sit across from her, and she would ask, "Do you want to talk to me, or would you like to talk to ChatGPT?" And most people would say ChatGPT, and then she would become, the embodied by. She has an earpiece, so they could ask then ChatGPT, and then she would respond as. What the AI is the response. So it's like it's kind of like in Her, where like they bring in the body to then become the AI.
Yeah, that really freaked me out when I saw it. I was like, this is gonna happen. It's happening. We're living Her, only 12 years later.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's small amounts of somewhat tasteful ways, I guess, you can use AI for art, but I guess it's more like using it as part of an art experience instead of using it to create the art. You know what I'm saying?
No, totally.
I think that's about as far as I can go before I'm like, I can't. I'm out. Because if it's just like, oh, I wrote a song, but it did it, or I made this painting, or I was thinking about writing a script and it does it, I'm like, no offense, I've lost all respect for you, and I'm out. I can't do it. You're kind of ruining what I thought artists were, and if the fact you don't even see that means you're not involved in the community. You don't know what people are going through.
And these are more people that are in the digital art world already.
Right. So
And
that makes sense. It'd be
they're
some of the
sort of
things.
more bringing the AI into sort of media that they've already interacted with, and then
Yeah.
directing it in ways that it hasn't participated before. They're like introducing the new
Yeah.
child to a paintbrush of some sort.
It also sounds like a performance piece, not so much like, oh, I'm doing like
Yeah.
a electronic music piece. Like, no, that what you're saying sounds like a literal like performance piece.
And she's doing it as an existential performance piece, and now she's done it for like over a year. She's been connected, literally, like she's a cyborg.
Ah,
It's crazy.
sounds
Like honestly,
horrible.
I like her family is like stop.
That sounds
That's-
horrible for you.
But
Just mentally.
it's also like I know it's interesting. I mean, like it's sort of like I mean, Marina Abramovich would do something like that. You know, it's like all right, you got the audacity, and now you're the one who's done it.
That's a fascinating thing.
The other one that was wild was there was a theater troupe out of I think Philadelphia, and they had a piece where they had some AI actors, where they had sort of these yeah it's just like an AI person like on a web screen sort of thing, and their performance also was sort of talking about the process that they were exploring, and they talked about how like some of the AIs they did not get along with, and so they had to cut them.
Oh my god!
And
You gotta cut these AIs. They're
yeah.
absolute jerks.
Exactly.
That's so weird.
And then it is weird. That's the thing. But that's also why I like that Shapes of Emergence, like we came in and then like we're playing real music.
Yeah, real tones, real pitches, real music, real
And everything
analog.
we're doing is live too. Like the whole performance, what you're seeing on screen is done in person right there.
Yeah.
And so it's and then it's all right, how do we as humans of different artistic medium, interact? It's like honestly the scientists are also musicians, and so it's like all right, how do we connect and jam with what we're playing with?
Yeah. The scientists that you're working with, or
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like Beau Baudouin and Severine. And then so that was like I was on like Nord with synth and piano.
Okay.
And then my friend Otto on upright bass, also like kind of threw some pedals and things. And then Royale on like drums and other Ableton launch things.
And you play along with the actual performances you're seeing.
Yeah, so we do the music live and all the experiments live.
That's really sweet. I want to see that. When's the last time you did it in Chicago?
I think we did it maybe in the spring,
Okay.
but we'll be back.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah.
It sounds like something cool that would happen at like the Constellation.
Yeah, Constellation would be a good spot for it.
Constellation, yeah. That or I'm trying to think of other Elastic Arts.
We've done it at Elastic Arts before.
Who would have thought? I guessed it.
Yeah, there, you nailed it.
That
right
sounds like an
there.
Elastic Arts thing.
It really is. Yeah.
ESS, Experimental Sound Studio. I could see you doing it there too in Ravenswood, I think that is. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
ESS.
I don't think I've been to
Experimental
ESS.
Sound Studio. That'd be a cool spot to do too.
What's experimental about it?
It's an experimental sound studio. It's kind of a matter of fact, like the name of it is called Experimental Sound Studio, and the place is where they do a lot of archiving of like old recordings. They do sound design, Foley work for films.
Cool.
They also they have studio spaces if you want to record an album or something experimental. They have galleries, they have events. An old professor of mine, Lou Malazzi,
Illuminati's?
Lou Malazzi, started it and founded it back in the 80s, and he's been doing it, 40 years, and he's a really cool guy, Chicago artist.
That's cool.
But what you're talking about, I think, would be cool there. Yeah, those like flex art studio spaces that are kind of like do a lot of events that are more abstract or out there,
Yeah.
Nothing's really abstract or out there for people like you and I anymore, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
At this point, when someone's like, this is some weird stuff you should hear, I'm like, this sounds like what I play, what I make up, what I normally listen to, what I fall asleep to. No, there's some weird stuff. Once in a while, you're like, whoa, I didn't think I'd be shocked, but this is some shocking music or whatever.
I love
it is,
that, yeah.
I like it. I'm not saying I can't be shocked by it, but it takes more and more these days to be like, whoa, this is crazy. I've never seen or heard that. Mukapaza I saw on Friday night at the Logan Square Auditorium.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, my God. That was insane because I only ever saw them on the pylon, which was also insane, but it was way less of the people. This one
Yeah,
was
they got so many more.
yeah, it was like 25 musicians and then another 5 to 8 cheerleaders. And the way that they put on the show, I can't compliment them enough. It was phenomenal. The performance, the theatrics of it, like it was almost like watching a play. It was my friend who I brought were like, it's as if like Frank Zappa and ELO had a baby, and a theater group, an improv group, and a marching band had a baby, and then their babies met. I'm pulling from Pineapple Express, you know.
Yeah. No, exactly. And then they've created this like the other 25, 35
Yeah, the
babies.
that they made, like the people they made out of that is Mukapaza. It was theatrical, it was funny, it was emotional, there was dancing, there was parts that were planned. They had us involved. It was very engaging. Like they'd point and you don't know what they're pointing at. It means like turn around. So everyone turns around. There's like 8 people on top of the balcony that perfectly time like their horns strike with that. So now you're captivated by that. But while they're doing it, they're moving around, pulling not tricks on you, but getting set up for their next thing. But you don't realize it because almost like a
Yeah.
magician.
No, totally.
So you're like looking, and then you turn around, and like the light's different, and they're in different places, and there's also now cheerleaders right in front of you, and how'd they get there? And then they do that, and you forgot that they're up there, so now they move to somewhere else. Before you knew it, there's horns running through the crowd. It was so interactive. Like I wish I had brought like little, like if kids, it'd be so much fun for kids.
Yeah.
You know, forget about it's later. There's drinking, the mature content. It would be like the coolest performance for like kids and teenagers to see like what you can do with music and like your own creativity, because I've never seen
Yeah.
anything like it before.
Yeah.
It was like this should be on like Broadway. Like this is truly remarkable.
Their show is awesome.
I'm sure you've seen them
so
live, right?
good. Yeah, I shared a bill with them on New Year's Eve once.
Oh wow!
We both played. It was Chop Shop New Year's Eve.
Whoa, that's a small venue for them.
Yeah, it's a small, but
You're like,
yeah,
I couldn't even. They took up the whole crowd.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's fun.
But yeah, every time I've seen them, it's awesome. And I don't know, like it's like what we're doing is it's something that grows and grows and grows, and like the more people that you have on board, the more like you can do these playful things, and then you learn how to like direct a larger show.
Yeah, it was long too. They played like an hour and a half. But I felt like I was watching a movie. Like I never really felt that long. I didn't feel like bored. I was just like, what's gonna happen next? Like I was kind of excited. Like how are they gonna end this? And then they had kind of a couple false endings, and the in between stuff where they're kind of taking a breather and the cheerleaders are doing like roll call.
Yeah,
and
roll call.
all that stuff is just really funny. And one cheerleader came up to us, the guy, and he was just like gave me, my friend, the pom poms, and he's like, hold these for me. And we're like, we were trying to just relax and not, dance with them. But they were doing like a big circle, like a conga line thing. And so I was like, all right, and we were having fun with it. And he grabbed them real quick. He didn't put too much pressure on us. But I was like, these things are heavy. And this person was going ham with them, like the entire time dancing. Like, man, these drenched in sweat. Like, they all must have done, the cheerleaders must have been real cheerleaders at some point or something like that. A lot of them must have played band. A lot of them must have done theater. A lot of them might have done improv or comedy. Put it all together, and you have like this amazing hodgepodge of creativity.
I know. I want to do something with them again on the river.
Yeah.
That's another thing on the future. I do want to kind of do that river parade again.
Mm-hmm.
But this time I want the bands all floating down.
And everyone just goes
I'm
up
thinking
together.
more floating stages that go down.
Yeah, just go the whole length of the river. And if you see it, you see it, and you're there, you're there.
Exactly.
Go pretty slow. Go like 2-3 miles an hour, so it takes the whole day. But if you're watching, you can at least see like 15 minutes of it as it passes. That is kind of cool.
I think that'd be fun. I think we could do it too.
Yeah.
We just gotta build some floating stages.
Mm-hmm. And by next year, you'll know more people. More people will be able to help. We could choreograph filming stuff better and all that stuff by then, different ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man. Anything else you want to talk about? We kind of went over a lot of stuff.
Yeah, no, we've covered a lot of ground.
It's already 2:30.
Ooh, the lolly.
Right? It goes by fast.
That's wild.
I know. You got here at noon. Yeah. How was the coffee?
Coffee was great.
Drank it all?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Saved you?
No, it really did. That was fantastic.
Anything you want to like promote or tell anyone about?
And
This will probably be out next Wednesday, a week from
Yeah.
today. So
mine, the record's out. I do want people to listen to. It's called King of the River.
it's a good record too, by the way. I listened the day it came out. What's the one song?
That's Swamp Thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, no, that's the hit.
Yeah. It reminds me of be like, I'm going to lay on a raft in like Hawaii.
Yeah.
And just listen to this, or in the Gulf of Mexico or something.
No, that's good. Yeah, no, I do I like that song a lot. Yeah, so I guess the record, and then that's really it.
Record. Keep your eyes out for river shows for
Yeah.
next year. There's some coming out now, but they're all booked and ready to go. But next year, people want to reach out to
Yeah,
Lawrence Tome, Instagram,
yeah.
to play shows,
LawrenceTome.com.
to play the river show.
Yeah,
LawrenceTome.com.
we got all sorts of things. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and then you're going to Montreal.
Going to Montreal.
When are the next shows? You have one September 6th. This will be out
Yeah.
after this weekend one.
It's the first 3 Saturdays of September,
Okay.
and then the last Sunday.
So for this,
Yeah,
one every weekend.
I know.
Your
Yeah.
weekends have been busy.
I know. That's I guess what else would I do?
Do all of the, and my last question, do all of your friends that are helping out, do you guys party the night before, the night of, afterwards, or all of it?
And really all of it, I think.
I will admit that when I did my events, the festival and the house shows, I didn't party the night before, the night of, I would party the night like the next night.
Yeah.
But all my friends did all the nights. So they did it for me, but I was too stressed and worried at
Yeah.
all. I could never like really party like the night before, the night of. I'm just like freaking out.
Yeah, see, I'm like, I gotta just take my mind off it, just party, and then we'll deal with it tomorrow.
I'm always worried about like the 5 a.m. rain I'm gonna have to deal with. That always happens. And if I'm like hungover or exhausted or didn't sleep well just because of drugs and alcohol,
Yeah,
that I just won't be able to handle it right. I'm always worried about that because that stuff always happens.
yeah,
But you have more of an infrastructure set. Like it's concrete. It's different. I had the backyard with grass, and I had
Yeah.
to manipulate the entire environment and create something so things can get damaged. They weren't supposed to be there.
yeah.
So it's different. But I could never get into party mode. I was too stressed out. Like I know I'm gonna have to wake up early and deal with this. I just can't. And then I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, Sunday night I will party. And then it's worth it more. But
Yeah.
I was just wondering. I was like, how do you guys party the night before, day of? Because all my friends, literally all of them, Friday, Saturday, they would just the whole time. I tell them like, be mindful. It's gonna be hard days. They're like, hey,
Yeah,
whatever. Hey, got the job done. Whatever.
yeah. As long as you manage expectations.
Manage expectations and things get done right. Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Lawrence. Are you going to go by Lawrence, the River King? Ben, what are you going to do for this one?
I don't know.
This podcast.
We could be Lawrence Tome. Yeah,
Lawrence
King
Tome.
of the River.
King of the River. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, yeah. I never know.
Thank you for coming and doing this. We've talked about it for like 2 months, but
Yeah.
I'm glad that we finally nailed it in. I'm glad we waited. We have more experience. Now I was able to relate and understand a lot of everything you were sharing.
You know better than most, honestly.
I ended up being the pseudo king of the pylon
Yeah.
when I was stuck up there. Not stuck up there. I chose to be up there.
No, you're at least a duke.
I'm a or baron. Can I be
Yeah.
a baron?
Yeah, Baron's cool.
A baron, a duke. Dukes sound cool though. I'm like, I'm a duke of the pylon. Is that in England? No, it's in Scotland actually.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being here.
No, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
This is fun.
It was a lot of fun. Went by quick. People can find you, Lawrence Tome, everywhere. Check out his album. Check out their Secret River shows. And best of luck in Montreal with your experimental, really cool project that's performance art, visual art, sonic art.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Thank you everyone for listening. Ciao.
Bye.